I'm Brent Hill.
I'm Paul Greenberg.
We are the CRM players, and we got back to San Francisco.
You make it sound like that's a great thing.
I feel like I'm pleasantly surprised by what I've seen so far in San Francisco because I was thinking about it last week. Wasn't sure it was going to look the way I used to. It actually kind of does.
Yeah, and the best thing is always nice to see old friends. And somehow Salesforce has decided to stop doing what they do
Yeah.
for a brief moment to let us speak. Obviously, thank you. Thank you to all 50,000 of you indulging us.
Anyway, so we're going to be here, let's see what's going on with, what's our thing out there called Benny now?
Yeah, Benny or Ben. It depends.
Oh, it's not gentle.
No,
Anyway,
definitely not. Benny
friends
Hill?
come in. Right now, I think they're about to start the keynote, so I think they're going to turn it on.
Wow,
and
they
see
just
what we got. Wow, look at all that.
Woo.
And let us know if you can hear us.
All right.
Anybody
Yeah.
out there,
How was Dave
let us
Matthews,
know
huh?
if you can hear us over
Was that great?
what they're saying.
Was Dave Matthews great?
That's good.
Yeah.
no, it was fine.
And I
I
love
mean, they
Matt
could have
McConaughey
basically
in the
paid
morning.
somebody
Wakes me
150,000
up.
less
Kind of
to
gets
do
me
that.
going a little bit.
Would have been fine.
You know what I mean? It's what I need for Dreamforce.
All right, we're
They
doing the
need
walk.
to all happen together.
The walk around.
How are we doing? Good?
People in there.
Great to have you here. Hey, great to have all of you here too.
By the way,
Fantastic. Woo. Yeah, all right. Get up here, do a little stuff.
he's had a breath.
Okay. Calm down the energy. Don't know what Dave Matthews has left behind exactly, so got to keep it a little bit mellow. All right. We have a great presentation for you today. We are thrilled to be able to do this keynote for you. It is totally exciting. We have been on the road all over the world, presenting this, practicing it, preparing for this moment. We have a great group of people in this room, and we have millions watching us online as well. We want to welcome them.
He
We
doesn't
want to
know.
say
He just saying it.
aloha to
I mean,
all of
that's,
you.
you know,
Want to welcome everyone to San
he
Francisco.
did that last year too.
Our home. And we hope that you have a great time here and a safe time as well. And we're going to have nothing but great things to do for the next few days. And tomorrow night, we got a great party put together for you. Look,
we'll talk to them.
I am going to try to entertain you, to motivate you, to inspire you,
I
to
have my
Yeah,
golf voice on.
live from
energize
San
you,
Francisco. Yeah,
but
that's right.
there's something I have
And
to do
it's
before any of that. You know
4
what it
feet
is?
from the tee.
I have to thank you. Thank you very much. I have to thank you. Mahalo. I have to thank each and every one of you for what you do for us every single day.
I was just
You know,
going
we've
to
been
say
on these
that.
stages
Well, let's
now
see.
for 25 years
Doesn't
all over the
mean
world.
that he's not going to do it.
And I'll tell you, there's a lot of good days, there's a lot of bad days. But let me tell you this. It's because what you have done for us that we are here today. And we are deeply grateful for that. And we start our presentations at Salesforce with gratitude because we know who got us here. It was all of you. This is your company. We know that. This is your conference. We know that too. And we are here to serve you. And we are here to improve your lives and your companies. And we're here to do whatever we can to make it better. So please call on us and help us. But let us first say to all of you, thank you so much. Mahalo nui loa. And we have a fantastic Dreamforce put together for you. It is incredible who we have showing up here at this conference. Usually we have great entertainers like Dave and we're incredible visionaries, but new chapters open this year in AI. We all know that. It's amazing what's happening in AI. And we just opened the door and said, hey, maybe all of the Time Magazine AI 100, we know people at Time, so it's really convenient, actually.
Just in the professionalism of all of this.
And we have the Time AI 100 here. We have amazing experts and visionary speakers. Of course, we're going to have Sam Altman here, who's leading the AI revolution. We also have McConaughey here and Goodall here and Rainn Wilson here, and also all kinds of amazing new visionaries that you've never met before. A lot of political leaders here.
Yeah.
A lot of political leaders not sure what to do about AI and how it's going to impact them. So we're going to do all that. And we're going to take 3 days.
Non-fiction show, right? I mean, it's
like
something based on life, something.
Sound problems here.
Yeah.
Trust, a focus on doing good, and incredible programs for you.
The right words came out after
and
came
as
back
we've gone
home.
around
Trust
the
and doing
world,
good.
one question
stands
there. Out over and over again, which is this the most sustainable Dreamforce ever? It is. We're doing everything necessary to make this whole conference net zero, to make our company net zero. And so many of our customers have asked, what can they do to improve their footprint? We've built this great product, Net Zero Cloud. We introduced it last year. So many of you are now using it. It's amazing. It's incredible what you're doing with this technology. We're going to go even deeper on that. I encourage all of you to do that. We believe so strongly that we can all go to net zero. We can plant 1 trillion trees. We can inspire an ecopreneur revolution. And we can do a lot of other amazing things in the world to get to fully renewable energy by 2050. And maybe 50% renewable energy by 2030. And certainly where I live in Hawaii, I'll tell you that is our goal. And we're getting very, very close.
Going to mention anything about
now, this is an amazing company that all of you have created.
Good question.
And it's been amazing what all you've done for 25 years. But look at this. This is unbelievable. The 3rd largest software company in the world. 3rd largest software company in the world. Can you believe that? Incredible.
Not good enough, though, is it?
Yeah, it all happened in this room. It all happened in this room, and with the right values. We're going to talk
where
about
it
that.
happened. You're going to Hamilton references now.
And ethics. It's the 3rd largest software company in the world, except for in one place, Japan. And in Japan, it is the 2nd largest software company in the world. Japan just passed Oracle, and they are now the 2nd largest software company. Salesforce, stand up, Japanese. Oh, wow. Stand up, Japanese.
That wasn't planned.
Wow. Very good.
Oh, come on.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't know.
Thank you. Tomarigato gozaimashita.
Not my cup of tea.
Thank you very much. Ohayo gozaimasu. That means good morning in Japanese. Please thank our Japanese friends. They are amazing. They have a new Tokyo Tower in Japan. It is on the grounds of the Imperial Palace. It is a beautiful place. If you're going to Japan, stop by. It's awesome.
On the grounds of the Imperial Palace.
Thank you to everyone in Japan for coming and for all your great leadership and for creating the 2nd largest software company.
Way too many messages.
Japan. It far exceeded our expectations. You know, we did this not just with this huge focus on growth, but we also did it with a huge focus on values, our core values of sustainability, of equality, of innovation, of customer success and trust. And we're going to hit all of those things in today's keynote. You know, these values, I'll tell you, we've gone through a lot of good times and a lot of bad times in the last 25 years.
A guy a little later today, right after
business is a lot like life.
Really.
But here's the thing that's interesting.
A product guy.
Those core values really came to us and got us and kept us on the right side. That's been amazing. And we have really been inspired to believe that business is the greatest platform for change. That is awesome. We've been able to take these values.
It's a great platform.
25 years ago, we put 1% of our equity, 1% of our profit, 1% of all of our people's time into a 501c3 charity. And today, look at this. You know, almost $700 million have been giving this happen. 8.3 million hours of volunteerism, 54,000 nonprofits run for free on our services. This is where I get to say, if you are with a nonprofit or NGO, would you just stand up and be recognized? Stand up, all the nonprofits and the NGOs.
I was in
You're
the
not with a
audience and
commercial
produced two
organization. You're
when
with a
Benioff
university,
came
a
to a
nonprofit
regional
NGO.
event,
Stand up and be
and he had
recognized,
did
please.
that. 2,200 people stood up in that
And
audience because it's
for our
DC, right?
commercial customers,
But
please help
2,200
them.
is probably 2/3 of the
Please
audience for
help them
nonprofits
be
and
more
NGOs
successful.
that day.
These are
It was
great
amazing.
opportunities for
It
you
was the
to
day Casey
volunteer,
Coleman
to get
started, I
involved,
remember.
to make these things happen. We're also giving another $20 million today to our public schools. You know, we love how to do that here at Salesforce.
Yeah.
That is hundreds of millions of dollars to our public schools, about $150 million here to our San Francisco and Oakland public schools. And let me tell you something about that.
The economic impact if Salesforce.
Public schools need all of our attention.
These numbers.
They have had a really difficult decade.
The combination
Okay?
of Salesforce and his
And
personal
how many are
contributions, which are
part of public schools?
unbelievable.
I went to
Every
public
time
schools.
I
Everyone
look,
here go to
I
public
get
schools?
notifications that he sold
And,
stock, and then a day later,
you know,
he made
I
a
went
charitable
down
contribution to something.
my street,
It was amazing.
literally walked
It
3
was
blocks
amazing
down my
that way.
street, Presidio
My
Middle School,
favorite thing about it.
knocked on the door like this, got the principal to open the door. He's like, who are you?
Yeah.
Mark Benioff.
He's
Why are you here?
doing impressions.
You need anything?
Impressions of a Congo
I
gray
don't know.
parrot doing the door knock.
Oh, you want to walk me around, show me what you're doing at the school? Sure. Shows me around, whatever. Playground was there. My mom went to this school, Presidio Middle School. The playground
I'll see a
is
mask.
the same playground
No.
I couldn't
that
do it. Oh, there.
was there when she was there. Is that amazing? Is that amazing? And here's the thing that's really cool. I said, yeah, we'll do a new playground. We'll do this, we'll do that. And then I tell this story to try to inspire you so that you'll go out and work with your public schools, so that you'll go out and you'll try to do what you can do to make your schools better.
You know, he's kind
You
of
know, this is now a moment where
taking
we
a
hear about
picture.
things like the homeless,
We'll talk
or
to
we
him
think
about that this
public
afternoon.
schools, or what's going on in our local cities. We all have a choice when we walk down those streets. One, we can look
Paul
at them
Bunyan.
and go by, or we could look at them and say,
Yeah, an
there
actor
in the
in
grace of
giant beard.
God goes me. And we can say, I can take this forward. Love thy neighbor as thyself. This is an opportunity to do it. I love
what's
doing it in my
interesting right
business.
away?
I hope all of you
He's
will
actually
adopt these
veering
models too.
back
This is
to
an
what
incredible
made his
moment
speeches really
for all
good
of
in
us.
the earlier days.
And we're going to
When he was
celebrate this
veering
tomorrow
off the
night
last couple of years.
when we get to Dreamfest, where we have raised $100 million
That's
for
the
our local public hospital.
Salesforce.
Our local children's hospital has benefited
The
from
way that they
Dreamforce.
brought that in.
And we
Yep.
have raised now more than
Oh,
$100
there-
million
you can tell
over
this
the
is
life
like
of the contract. Incredible.
Miles better quality,
And
professional quality
that
than
makes
pretty much
Salesforce in
anyone
an
else we've seen this
unprecedented
year.
position here in
Even
this beautiful
Adobe, as
city
far
of
as the
San
digital
Francisco, my
marketing summit
hometown,
went, probably not
where we've
Mac.
given more than $100 million
How is that one?
to the children's hospitals
I
and
mean,
more than
number two
$100
might
million
be Terrence, really.
to the public schools.
Yeah.
And we are very proud of that.
Yeah, we'll be talking
at
about that, won't we?
Salesforce.
And not because of the obvious.
No. No, we'd be saying they were number one.
And
Then.
I know we have a lot of entrepreneurs in this audience and watching us all over the world. I hope this inspires you to not just build a great product and build a great market and own your market share.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but in the tower,
Take care of the rest
like
of
the
the world,
kitchen
too,
area,
to
they had
improve
these
the world
boxes,
also.
and
And
in there
use
were
your
like
power,
the
to use your technology,
confetti from the
to use
golden
your leadership
hoodie,
in
the
ways that can
golden
make
buzzer,
the world a better
and AGT.
place. Now at Salesforce, we have a vision. We're moving forward. We want to help our customers connect with their customers in a whole new way. We know that, don't we? We do. And we've had great market share. Look at that, number one CRM. Not a bad market share chart, right? Not bad, okay? At the same time, we recognize technology is also moving faster than ever. We've seen that over and over and over again, from the cloud to mobile to social to this data explosion that we're experiencing now, plus now this burst of artificial intelligence. Nothing like any of us have ever seen before. It's got everyone's attention, right? Have we all been on ChatGPT? Raise your hands if you used ChatGPT this year. Everybody's hand goes up. How many of you on Bard also? Raise your hand. Only a few more.
You got analyst hands going.
It's amazing what's happening with AI.
Yeah.
It's incredible what's
No
going
Mark.
on. How are you? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We also recognize something very important, that we're in this AI revolution. It's going to impact who we are. It's going to impact how we operate, but it's going to bring us back to our core values. We know that we're in this AI revolution.
Stress enough.
For those of you who have been attending Dreamforce for 10 years,
for this, then
you've been seeing this emergence of Einstein and this predictive technology. Salesforce already is the #1 artificial intelligence platform used around the world.
And that goes to the discussion we had just the other day on hybrid events, right?
But what's amazing
most people
is
have not mastered them.
this generative wave has really started now. Now we're in that about 9
initial
months.
impression here.
And the generative wave is happening around the world. And we're about to hit another wave with autonomy and with agents.
The experience of the audience there is different than this.
Right. Well, absolutely.
We've all seen the movie Terminator and Minority
Even
Report.
though they're seeing this.
Minority Report was even written by a Salesforce employee, Peter Schwartz. There's some good parts of those movies.
Don't forget Marty
There's
Time.
some not so good parts of those movies.
Series starring Don
I don't
Cheadle.
know which parts of those I really want to have happen, but it's our values that are going to guide us to those directions. And that's where we have to start thinking about, what are we doing with this technology? You know, it comes back for us here at Salesforce at this Dreamforce keynote. Hey, we're going to the customer 360. We want a single source of truth of our customers. We've been putting our data together, our networks together, our applications together. We're going to talk about that. It's been a wave of innovation over 25 years, no question. It's amazing what's happened with the innovation. Organic innovation, things we've built at Salesforce, inorganic innovation, things we've bought, the way we've been able to put it all together. But now it's squarely about one thing, this AI opportunity. There is no question that this AI opportunity is going to change everything and probably anything. And for all of us, we have learned in this room over 25 years that what we do matters. The decisions that we make in terms of how we shape how our companies are using these technologies is very important. We can see we can have higher levels of customer success and productivity and growth and transformation and strategy with this new technology. There's no question. You can read the reports from all the great management consulting companies. You can look at all the technology things. It is going to radically change our landscape. Everything is going to shift. At the same time, like a lot of new technologies in our industry, there appears to be this thing called a trust gap. Somehow there might not have been as much trust built into these technologies as you might have expected.
Well, this is
not unusual in our industry. But we realize we've got islands of information that are out there.
And this is really where they are going to be their
LLMs.
strongest
Where
when
is
it
this
comes
data
to AI.
going when I'm
So
using my
interestingly
LLM?
enough, even though I
Where
didn't
did that data
discuss
just
it when
go?
we
Or
talked
that
about
query?
yesterday,
What is happening?
there are other companies doing
Well, it's
exactly this.
suggesting it's gone.
There's a small company, I
It's
think
using
Aaron
it to get
Fulkerson is
smarter,
now
and you'll never see
CEO
your
of a
data
company
again.
called Open.
Not exactly how we operate in the enterprise
doing
world.
something similar
That
to this.
these
He just
LLMs are
announced
hungry
2 days ago.
for our data.
I think it's called Open.
It's how they get smarter. The LLM companies are just algorithm
Of
companies.
course, has
They only work when they have data.
users putting it
And the data that they get, mostly they've stolen.
is a very big
Where they just go out
Right.
onto the net and get whatever data they can get. And the next set of data they want is your data, the corporate data. That will make them even smarter.
What?
But so
He's
many
in town?
CEOs and CIOs and CTOs I've spoken to all over the world say, whoa, I'm not ready to turn over all my
I
data
thought
to
that
these
was a
public
stunt double.
LLMs who are going to try to make all my systems smarter.
Whoa.
It's really an
Hey,
interesting thing.
Rebecca.
The other thing that's
How you
really
doing?
interesting is that these things are good, but they're not great.
Well, you know,
You get
before
a
we
lot
get
of
into the details,
answers
we
that
have
aren't
to
exactly
key
true.
question.
We
Patrick?
call them hallucinations. I call them lies.
We've seen proof
Put in my
of
data,
great
put in my
life.
question.
What we've seen. Proof of the
Like to ask,
perfect life.
some of my favorite questions, like who's Mark Benioff?
about 15.
And I'm like, that's not who I am. That's amazing. But it's very convincing. Like these LLMs are very convincing liars. They really are. It's amazing. And of course, they can turn very toxic very quickly. Not necessarily great in a customer situation, not necessarily that great in an enterprise or employee situation. Look, we realize this is a phenomenal opportunity for the future, someplace we all want to get to. We want to build new companies. We want to innovate. We want to build great new applications, verticals. you know, okay, we're going to get some
We're
trust
very
in there
quiet the way we're talking,
somehow,
by the way.
I know.
you know,
We're
but we've
really
got this
quiet. I mean, I'm
disconnected
barely
data
seeing a
and these
registration
different
on the channel.
APIs and
Anybody
all
else,
these
let
different
us
types
know.
of
If
vendors.
There
We
isn't
kind of
anybody.
have to stitch this
You didn't
stuff
really
together.
announce
And
the party.
will we get trust out of it at the end of the day?
No.
Will we really know what we're going to
Yeah.
result with?
If you can just let us
I'm
know
not
if
so
you hear
sure.
us over Mark,
And that's
or
why
if
at
it's too loud
Salesforce,
or too soft.
our amazing engineering team, okay, our amazing engineering team, here's my engineering leader right here smiling.
Yeah.
My amazing engineering team and my amazing product teams, they've been saying now for the last 9 months, especially as we go through this next wave into generative, and as we start
But
to
I feel
head
like it's being presented
towards
in a much
autonomous
better
and
way
agents,
than I've
they
heard
said,
a number of
we need to
people.
do something very, very different.
It's you know,
Because before
you know
we
what the
turn
difference
all
is.
this
It's not
technology over to you
woohoo AI. It's
and
more.
say that we are going
It's
to
a little
stand
more
behind it with our
rational.
values,
It's rational,
we
and
are going
that's what I
to
like about it. And I
add
like
a little something. And what we're going
the
to add,
and what's going to be the obvious emphasis. So much for rationality. Yeah, that's there's so much for rationality.
okay, that's our marketing team.
So I guess Salesforce has gone from
Thank
cloud
you,
for
marketing
everything to
team.
platform for everything.
So is Einstein 1 Yellowstone?
I don't know.
We're going to add
I
our
don't
Einstein
have a clue
platform.
if they're two different things or
And
the
this
same thing.
Einstein
You'll
One
have to know.
platform, which is what we are going to show you at this show, and what you are going to get your hands on at this show.
You can speak up
And we're
from
going to
wings,
let you
Martin.
get
It's okay.
into this technology at this
Huh?
show. This Einstein One platform is very exciting. We want to build at Salesforce the
Come around
trusted
this way.
AI platform
You can
for
stay where you are.
customer companies.
Oh no, you can't actually.
That
Come
is
over
our
here.
mission
Sit.
around AI. We want to build the trusted AI
And
platform
then
for customer
take
companies
the
so
lab
that
there
everyone
and
is an
put the clip on
Einstein and more
here.
productive.
That's
But
right.
these words are ordered in a certain way because we think that prioritization is important, and we think that trust is the highest priority here.
Integrated.
We want to turn it over to you, but only with trust.
No code.
We want to make sure it's integrated. We want to make sure it's
Mike there.
intelligent. We want to make
Gray
sure it's
one.
automated. We
Yes,
want
sir.
to make sure it's low
And then-
code and no code. We want to make sure it's open. And I'll tell you quite a few reasons why that is.
We're doing prep.
We want to make sure it's integrated because we want to make sure all of the applications at Salesforce are working well together. Mayor, thank you for being here. I didn't even
Oh, the
see
mayor
her.
is there.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Our Mayor, London Breed, is right here. Please give her a hand.
All right. Well, as we welcome the mayor, we're also going to welcome our mayor.
We're our mayor, Martin Schneider.
We want to make sure
Welcome
they're
back
integrated.
to the
I'm gonna
world
hit
of
each one of these
analysts.
points
After all
and
these years,
why
we have missed
Salesforce's
you
technology is
immensely.
unique to address this AI opportunity today.
So what's
Now,
first
This
impression?
is our life's work.
I think
This
you
is our
guys,
life's
production
work. This
value
is what we've been
amazing.
doing
These
for
guys
25
and
years.
we're kind of watching this on the side.
What we want to do
They're
is build an integrated platform, number one.
It's a blueprint for how to do
So
hybrid.
we have these great apps,
But
Sales
I think
Cloud and Service
you kind of
Cloud and
talked about that
Marketing
fraction,
Cloud and
but I think
Commerce and Analytics and
leading
Platform.
with
And for the apps that we
assuaging, like,
acquired,
the-
we're moving them into our core.
how people are
The
feeling.
reason why we're moving them into our
like,
core
we get it.
is so they
You know
can
that
all
you're
use
thinking
our
about,
metadata
data
framework.
privacy. You're
We have
thinking
found
about,
the metadata framework
everything
is the
from
key to integration.
I like how they say
So that when you write these applications
you know,
and
all
it's
of the
resulting
things, and then
metadata,
flipping it.
it's
You're
all
saying, we
tied
considered
together
all
in a
this,
smart
and now
way.
here's the cool stuff. Because
And
at the end of the day,
all the industry
the
applications as well.
is that anyone
So that our entire
right?
application
Anyone can start using
framework
prompts.
is
Anyone
surrounded
can-
by metadata.
And that's really
And then, as
complicated
we
Yeah.
were
its
talking
own
about
right.
last year,
Let alone
we've
all
built
the
this
other
amazing new
back-end
data
issues that
cloud,
happen with
this
the
incredible
things
new
that
data
you
lake,
created or what
this
you're
incredible new
accessing
data warehouse that
generate,
we call
what
Genie, this
LLM
data
is
cloud.
getting into
And this
in each
technology is
direction.
amazing.
So I think it was a good way to
And
start with.
it's not
We
some
figured out
separate
this
data
point,
cloud
don't worry
on
about
some
it.
kind of
The trust
separate
layer is the
server
answer.
all by
I
itself.
also think you're
No,
at a
it's a
conference.
data
with
cloud
enterprise
that's deeply
topics.
integrated within
You
our
could be talking
technology.
about all the bells and
So
whistles,
you don't need a
all the
separate
things
team
that
to
get
operate it
people's attention
or a separate
at
set
the
of
consumer
competence.
level.
It's
We're
inside our
getting
Yeah.
past
platform.
that. I like how
And
it's getting
we have
to be
Well,
Einstein.
again, that's what
It's
it is.
not just
Yeah.
predictive,
Well, the beauty of
but
generative,
generative
right,
and
is
soon to be
there are no
autonomous
features
with
anymore. You
agents
make
and
the
soon to be
features yourself.
AGI.
Yeah.
Like you,
And
And
Einstein
they've
is also
actually, the
deeply
interesting thing is, I
integrated
think
in
we're
our
going to be
platform.
seeing,
And that
because they're
idea
around,
that the
especially around this
platform
idea of
has
trusted
AI,
platform,
data cloud, and all
is
these apps, as
they've
well as a
solved for
platform
that.
to build
They've
new
solved
apps.
for how to do that.
Because we see a lot of opportunity to build new kinds of apps.
Inhibitor to this.
And then we've connected Slack,
You're trying to do it on
Quip,
your
and
own.
Canvas, and
Is
Tableau, and
you're doing
Heroku,
public
and
LLMs,
Google's
which are
products, and Microsoft's
incredibly
products
inaccurate,
into our metadata framework,
or you're trying to
so that it can
build
read
your own,
our data.
which is time consuming.
And MuleSoft
Not
to
cost
federate the information
I'm saying
to other systems.
we've got the best.
This is really
And
important. This slide
we'll
is
see.
a very
Yeah.
simple
Right.
idea
But
that we
there's
believe
the table.
carries us forward
Yeah.
into the future.
Agree.
Well,
That gives you the
idea
ability to
that
build these
you don't
next
have
generation
the ability
applications.
yourself, you can use
This idea that it has metadata
Yep.
abilities or
that's integrated
data
and
science
shared
and bring your own model. Go
makes
nuts.
Salesforce fast
how
and
much did
easy,
we talk about
so that you
the
can create
usability
once
and
and run
UX?
anywhere.
We're consumerizing
That is
CRM or
amazing,
even IT.
and that everything that upgrades
Really,
automatically. We recently
Trying to make
upgraded a
really
cloud
brings
application in
that level of,
Salesforce.
like the consumer experience.
And when we did it, we had to
for
stop
every user,
our
we
operations
never
for a
had
month.
before.
Yeah.
So
I
they've
couldn't
got
believe
to
it.
kind of convince.
My executives will tell you, I was flabbergasted. I'm like,
It's exciting.
what, everyone doesn't just upgrade
Yeah.
automatically the way we do?
Empowerment
No,
is a
no.
great thing.
I thought it's on the cloud. It is.
Scary.
Does it use metadata? It doesn't exactly use
Definitely time
metadata.
for a company to make
Wow.
the play for trust.
But the
That-
data model,
Yep.
the sharing model, the
that
validation
is
rules, the
what
record
they're
types,
kind
the
of-
page
Well, that's
layers,
the parallel,
the
right?
permissions, the
That's why they
profiles,
start
the
with
codes,
here's
the
how
flows.
giving, here's how
They're all
charitable,
polymorphic.
we love to be,
That means
integrated
that they
in our
can flow
communities.
through the
And
apps
then you
and
go
the
to
data cloud, and they
it's like if
flow
you're
through the
trusted in your
platform and
community,
all your
you're trusted in
applications.
business,
So if you create a new field,
it's a pretty,
it populates
it's a
from the
sensible
data
narrative
cloud
to go
through the apps all the way to Einstein, that it's all one integrated polymorphic system. That is what we need for this next generation of
Fast and easy is
applications,
like
especially where we're
like a
linking
CRM, not
No.
the-
AI,
Or- no,
data, and
usually, and I think
CRM
about it.
together
But this
at
is
a
the
level like
promise,
we've never
right?
seen before.
We're scratching
And for us to do that,
that
we have
dreamed
needed
of
to bring our
30
marketing
plus
applications
years.
and our commerce
Now it kind of
applications
is.
into what we
So
call
if
our
you start
core.
using some of their stuff
We
around
have a
marketing,
initiative in
probably
our
he's about
company
to go
called
into,
More Core,
some of the
which
prompts
is
for
to get
building
more
emails
of our
and all those kinds of
technologies into our core.
It's-
And you're going to get a
it's
lot of them here at the
life-changing for a
show, and you're going to get a
marketing, for
lot
marketing
more
ops, for
in a
marketing
very
people.
short period
It's
of time,
life-changing
because
in
once
that
they
it
touch
takes,
core, boom,
like,
they
everything for
are
20 minutes, take
inside
2
our
seconds.
metadata platform.
Everything
And
that took
once
3
they're
hours,
inside our metadata
15 minutes.
platform,
I mean, it's
well,
incredible.
then we can
right?
start to do some amazing things.
Well,
And
and on the
Trailblazers
service
especially
side too,
know
the
what to
time
start doing with
train
this
and
technology.
onboard an agent just completely
And
changes.
then
It goes
once you
away.
have
I
that
mean,
level
yeah.
of
that stuff goes
integration,
away.
All you have
well,
to do
you're
is
going to
teach them
want
how to
all
use
this
the system
incredible
up where
AI,
the information is,
but
what
you're going to
the
want it to
Individual
trust.
deployment of this.
So we've had to build our
And then
Einstein
share
trust layer, which is what we're about to
I mean,
show you,
this is interesting being able
because
to
not only do you want to have AI,
different granularity.
not only do you want predictive and generous and
do the
autonomous
awesome
and
mindset
agents and AGI,
put all of that.
not only do you want it democratized
into the
across all your
platform.
applications,
What
but
happens
you want it
if a human
inside the platform,
learns of,
and you want it to
well,
understand the
what
metadata,
happens if the system
because
goes down?
the sharing models must still
What do we
exist.
do?
I mean,
I
I
recently had a
on that
CEO,
level,
Peg,
that which goes to
amazing
actually the
CEO,
other
one of
point,
the
since
top
we
5 in
are
the world.
early, at least with
I got
generative
this
AI,
LLM
we're not that
everything
early with
figured
the other
out,
forms
Mark.
of
Don't worry
AI.
about a
Really,
thing.
they've been
I'm
around a
taking
while.
all my
Because
customer
this,
information,
and
putting
which
it into
I
the LLM,
basically have
hitting a
relabeled
button,
right-brained AI,
boom, it's going to be like a
which is what it
Cuisinart.
is. But
Bam, it's super
the
smart.
yes, it's easy to
Like,
use,
not
but it's
so
difficult to set up.
fast.
Meaning
Sure.
all the things that go into
Why is
making it
that?
easy to use
Number one,
for the
we work with your
admins and for the
bankers and
developers
your
and those
executives all
and
over the
people who
world.
are actually creating
This
the
banker can't
back
see this
back
person's
end
data.
for it.
Well, I
not
know
simple.
that.
That's why they're
Where's
trying
the
to
sharing
Right.
model and what you're doing?
Right.
Service and not
What's the
something.
sharing model?
And
Yeah.
that's-
Welcome to
what do we do?
Salesforce.
Look,
We're
moving
gonna
towards a
show you what a
4-day, maybe
sharing
3-day
model
work
is,
week for knowledge work
so that
because of this kind of
employees are
stuff.
getting the right
You're
data
gonna
at the
have
right time. It's
4 or
built
5
in. It
days
has
for
to
IT
be
get it
built
back
into
online
everything
so
that
you
we're
can
doing.
work. I mean, not to
That's what
sound
we've been doing
flippant,
for
but
10
I mean,
years of
but
this
I mean,
core
really,
AI innovation.
The amount of
When we
human
first
downtime
released
we're going to do
Einstein,
with this in a big
that was the big idea.
so
We're
that,
not looking
like,
at your data.
The system isn't working
Your
properly.
data is not our product.
For IT.
We are here
Figure it
to
out.
do one
I mean,
thing,
I'm
to make
kind
you
of joking, but
better.
I'm kind
Yeah.
of not.
Yeah.
We're here to
know,
make
in
you
that-
more productive,
does
to
IT
make you
have
more
to do that?
successful. Okay?
Or
We're not
what
here
I
to
mean,
take
like,
your
yeah.
data. We're
Well,
not here
Well,
to
that's-
look at your
been
data.
waiting for the
When we
tech.
released our AI for
Right?
the
I mean,
first time,
you
the
could-
data
And
was
we
back
actually
to
seen the
us.
move to
We
that
don't see it. We had to
from
create
in a
technology
more
so that the deep
sort of
learning
a
systems at the time we were
parallel
creating
but starting to
were able to
converge
operate
with
on their
things
own
when we saw like
autonomously
when Phil
without us
first
looking at
declared
the
the
data.
end of RPA
We
and
have
started to
had
talk about intelligent
tremendous
automation,
success
things like
in these
that,
innovations in AI over the last decade.
we
It's
began
amazing.
seeing the end of,
You're going to
do
hear a
we
lot
really have
about
to
that
do it? It can be
at the
taken
show.
care not really at the
And then
stage
on
where
top
it's
of
there
that,
yet, but
it's not just
it's on the
integrated,
path
it's
to
not just intelligent.
self-correction and
We also have
autonomy.
this amazing
Again,
workflow
not
engine as well.
sentience. I mean,
And
let's
for those of you
still
who've been
divide
using
there.
Flow,
Pump the brakes.
you know
Yeah.
how easy it is to
But
have
that's the whole thing.
this type of
When you actually
capability.
think about
This idea that I
50
can
years ago,
have
what was
workflow
like,
inside
a lot
my
of
core
waiting around.
platform to
And now
build
that we can
any
do
kind of
things, you know,
application.
much more,
And where we had
you know,
multiple workflow
remotely or
engines,
whatever,
we
virtually
brought
and
them
all
all
these things,
together
our
to have
lives
one
improved.
singular
that
workflow
downtime we just
engine
sat in an office
so that we can
for some-
automate trillions
more
of tasks
He-
automatically.
don't have to do it anymore.
He's
This
actually
is
talking
also
to the
extremely
point right
important
now
as we're
to
going
some
to get
degree.
to this AI
Just think
nirvana.
about
Yeah.
faster
We
process.
want to get to an AI nirvana,
3-day
Right.
work week.
and we want to rebuild all of our applications. And we
productivity
want to build these
we need to
verticals, and we want to
The
do all
amount
these
of
amazing
meta
things that you
work
read
around
about on
actually
these
getting
VC
something
blogs
going
about what the
play.
future looks like.
You just have to
And
think
you want to
about
bring
it.
it in
Become
with
a truly
trust. You're
results-oriented
going to need to have
culture
these key parts.
in business and just in
And
general.
you're also going to have to make it available to
Call it now. 3-day work
non-programmers,
week by
not just
28
hardline coders. Look,
Yeah,
there's less
yeah.
than 10
The
million
threes come together.
hardline
It just sounds
coders in
nice.
the world still.
Does
Yeah.
that mean
But the low coders and the no coders,
threes
the
are
people who can
drunk?
non-programmatically
productivity
put
does
it all
go down.
together,
Right.
these are our trailblazers.
Results-oriented
These
Yeah.
people are
and
so
not sitting
important
in
to
the
make that
meetings.
happen.
Time and
Look at that.
productivity are not the same thing
Look,
anymore.
We've got
prompt
to make it
engineer is a
available in
job
this
now.
low
A lot
code,
of
no code
organizations
way.
feel like to
And we have to keep it open
set
so that
their
all of our
salary rates
partners
based on how much
and
work
all
you
of our
Well,
ecosystems
yeah, and it's a time that
can
needs to change
participate
because
in this AI
always
revolution.
is
There is a smart move
Because
right
if we
away.
know one thing,
This
we
is
know
always
it's the trailblazers
Immediately
who are
open
gonna
it
lead
up.
They do this so well.
And it's
Oh,
the
that's the best thing they
trailblazers
do.
who will lead
Great thing.
the AI revolution.
Really
We already
rely
have
on the
11.6
ecosystem.
Yeah.
million new
They announced it
Salesforce
first without even
ecosystems
having
jobs
any
by 2028.
demonstrable
A
application.
$2 trillion net gain in business revenue
This is
in the
really
world from 2022 to 2028 with these trailblazers. They're doing amazing things. 20 million trailblazers all over the
Yeah.
now
world.
they're really focusing.
But we also know
how AI.
that
Yeah.
they also must get
Well,
skilled up
just
in
staying
AI
at the
for
center
the
of
next set
what's
of
there.
this revolution.
I just
Just like
really
we
don't
did
want
when
them
we
to
started
rebrand them. I know
cloud,
they
and then
will,
we
but
went
I
to
don't want them to
social, and then
rebrand
we went to
themselves an
mobile,
AI
and we went
company.
added
I know.
workflow and all these things.
I know.
It's a skilling and reskilling
I just,
to make
I
us
wish
stronger and
companies
better
just
as
figure,
trailblazers.
snap my fingers and we're
And
rebranded.
we
We're a
have
totally different
created
company. You're
a
not.
$500 million venture fund.
Yeah, me
For
too.
those of you who don't know
They
about
haven't even said
Salesforce
that.
Ventures, Salesforce Ventures has deployed
Good.
$5 billion
Some trouble.
with a 28%
Number
IRR.
two, number
Which
two.
makes it one of the most,
I'm
if
watching
not the
Protect
most
from
successful
Kathleen.
venture
I'm watching
capitalists
Protect
in
from
Silicon
Kathleen
Valley.
now.
We take venture capital and funding entrepreneurs and funding innovation very,
Nope,
very
you're clear.
seriously at Salesforce. And this new version of our fund, this is targeted towards these Einstein applications because what I'm trying to do is to inspire you
Yes, she
to
is.
start your own companies
Talking about.
like I did,
Oh,
to go
yeah,
create
I'm
a
glad
great
you said you
opportunity
can-
on
I'm blocking
Einstein
it.
1.
and we know it like
Building on this
extremely
amazing
well, which is
platform and
terrible.
sell to our customers all this value. It could be a vertical, okay? It could be a horizontal. It could be some amazing new application that you envision.
Well, we knew that though. We kind of knew that. They've been
now.
talking about the
Because we
ventures
know
they're
that you're
investing
going to
in.
need this kind of capital to move that forward. And one more thing.
That's because they hugging. Yeah,
We
because
also
I asked them
know
to.
that this is a
given the
trust
name.
revolution. This is going to be
Said, well,
built
if you can
on
come up with
trust.
hugging faces,
And when I
that's
read
amazing.
these blogs and I read the periodicals and I talk
No,
to my
the logo
friends and so
sucked.
forth and so on, you know, the narrative that they have around AI is not the narrative that we have around AI.
Thank
We
you.
have
Well,
a
again,
very
that's going to be
different
where they are
narrative
coming
around
in
artificial
strong.
intelligence.
And
We look at
they're building the
things
technology
very
for it. They're
differently.
doing everything they have to do
And we are
to
not
put forward the
afraid to say
message, the
things
technology. Yeah.
that others are afraid to say. Is that right? My head of
And
AI is
to the
sitting right here.
point of
Good.
their,
I
and
have a great
Alan would be
place.
proud of me for this, to the point of their corporate
The
narrative,
tenants,
um,
trusted and ethical
that actually
and
is
humane
completely
use.
in line with the historic
Several
corporate
years
narrative.
ago,
So
we
it's
were
an
in this room,
evolutionary step as opposed
and
to
we said,
where
you know,
that comes
technology
from,
is
right?
about to really change. We need new standards for ethical and humane use. And we created an
They have
ethical and
never
humane use
wavered from
officer
that,
in
and
our
that's
company.
a great
We created
way
a
to do it.
chief
it
trust
frames
officer
it
in our
really well.
company
Me too.
way before anyone else. Because we recognize at Salesforce
Okay.
and
your data
and
is
privacy
not
out
our
of the
product.
equation, turning it into trust.
That is not what we do
Or
here.
positive.
Yeah.
When you
So
think
for a lot of companies
and
that you're
not
dealing with,
necessarily
And for a lot of
People are-
companies
we
that
know
you're
security,
partnering with,
privacy are
and a lot of
real
companies that
anyway.
you're looking at,
Cyber anything.
or that you work with,
So trust
especially
is
on the
such a better
B2C side
reframe
and on
of
the
it. I
consumer
love it.
side,
Yeah.
you know how they
Well, let me
operate. I don't have to tell you.
Ethical and
I do not have to explain
Yeah.
to anybody
Yeah.
here.
So
It is a
they're
well-known
not even
secret at
around
this point
AI, but around
of that. They're
setting up
using your data
Salesforce
to make money.
guidance.
Yes,
That is not what we do at
Yes.
Salesforce.
Wow.
Who
Your
would be
data
pointing
isn't our
that your
product.
data isn't our
You
product?
control
Because
access
there's
to your
some
data.
big companies around
We
here
prioritize
where that's
accurate,
100% the
verifiable
case.
information.
Yeah.
Our product policies
Definitely
protect
the
human
product.
rights,
Talking about.
and we advance responsible AI globally, just as we always
Let's
have.
not have a meta conversation
Right.
here.
Transparency builds
On the
trust.
side,
We'll
we're
talk
talking about
next
And let me
week.
tell you one more point
We'll
about
talk
that.
next week.
You're going to learn a lot about
Look
those
how good the
principles
camera
in this
work is right
conference.
there.
This is
Okay,
going to
it'll
be
work.
very important.
Look
We
how
all
good
know,
that is.
and we
Stunningly
all have
good.
in our mind what could happen if this AI thing goes really
That is
wrong.
amazing
Right?
camera work.
Do we all understand that? Peter
No,
Schwartz is
this
right here.
is
He wrote
literally
Minority
about as
Report
good as
and
I've
War
ever
Games.
seen it. And
He understands.
unlike most conferences,
Okay.
the bandwidth
We
is
know what
really
can
good.
happen if the AI thing goes really wrong.
Leah,
Right?
no,
You ever see that
McGowan
movie
hair.
with the guy Hal in there?
the product
Okay,
market.
everyone's with me.
McGowan
Like
here.
the trailblazer.
We
Let's
completely,
keep it
both
going
of
in
us
the right
completely
direction.
blocked our name.
And the person
And we've
who's going to
known her
help me
for
do
how
that
many
is
years?
my co-founder for
Decades
25 years. Please welcome him, Parker
McGowan.
Harris, right here.
Oh, here's Parker.
Yay! Now he better get more due
All right,
than he's
Parker.
ever given. It drives me crazy with this.
Oh, there's that guy with the walking. Oh, I love that.
Steady cam.
Make all that happen. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Oh,
Well,
listen
as
to
Mark
this.
said, we started the. I met
Wow,
Mark
they're giving
25
Parker
years
time
ago.
rather
Mark,
than just turning him
people
into a
didn't trust their data on the internet, right? And so, as Mark said,
clown.
when we are going into this new world of AI, we needed to create these
We're
tenets.
finally recognizing
And so we're leading all of you and leading our company and leading our technology through values as we enter this entirely new
loved this
world
guy.
of generative AI.
I only met him twice, but I love
But
him.
I'm here to tell you how we're going to do that. How are we going to actually take those values and build technology that's going to protect you? And that's why we've built something called the Einstein Trust Layer.
Familiar?
When you use ChatGPT
A lot of this.
and you're entering a prompt and
We
you're
saw
going
this
straight to it, there
yesterday with
is
the-
no Einstein
This is
Trust
the,
Layer.
what we were
It's not
helping.
there for
We,
you. You're
we
going
were supposed to
straight
give
to that
the guy
LLM.
who actually built the
Well, in the
presentation, his name
enterprise,
is
as Mark
Ryan
said,
Shalat.
these AIs want your data.
Rams fan.
He
We
is
need to
big
protect your
Rams
data.
fan.
That is what we call trust.
Tomorrow or Wednesday.
He's
And
awesome.
so
man.
when,
He
when that prompt is
genuinely
getting built, and you'll see some really
fantastic
cool
person.
technology of how we dynamically do that. We'll do the secure data retrieval from the
This
CRM
is where the
system,
power
from
is.
Data cloud.
This is the
We'll
power
do
of
dynamic
it.
grounding
This is
because we
it.
want those prompts to be really relevant at the point that you're using that LLM. But all
Notice
that data
what's
doesn't go
moved.
to the LLM.
Right?
We're not going to send
It's
PII
right in the
information.
middle.
We're not going to
Yeah,
send
what
credit
was in
card
the middle was
information. We're going to make sure
basically
you remain
your own
compliant. So
model.
all that
Bring
data
your
is
own
going to get masked.
LLM.
It is data that you don't
Yeah.
want to go there. And then when it comes back,
Yeah.
we'll unmask it if it comes back so that
We'll leave the
it's
rest as to
protected.
why out.
And then we have a secure LLM gateway. So it's not just one LLM. We've built over 10 LLMs at Salesforce. We're partnering with companies like Anthropic, Cohere, OpenAI, all these amazing LLMs. And so we have this secure gateway. Could be your LLM as well, by the way. Well, when we go to those LLMs,
Yeah, of
those
course.
LLMs are never going to keep your information. It's code.
Whoa.
So they're not going to suck your enterprise data up and train on it and get
But
smarter with your data.
overcame,
No.
unlike
Our
others,
secure gateway
overcame
is
the
going to
technical
protect
issue
you.
in a blip.
And then when the data comes back, when that prompt comes back with something that's generated
No,
from
no.
some really
No.
amazing
They
AI
took it out.
generated email or an automated
It
flow,
wasn't
comes
external
back,
models. It was different.
we're going to make
That
sure
wasn't the wording. We'll leave it out.
that we
now.
check it
Yeah,
for toxicity, meaning
it'll show up
was
eventually.
there
you see
hallucination? Is
Ryan.
it toxic? Is there some ethical issue in there? We're going to scan it.
What I think.
And then we're going to keep an audit trail
We're keynote.
of
They want to
all of the use of your AI.
the
So
the
that you can
actual
keep
back
track
end.
of
So this kind of
how's
stuff.
it going? Is it working? Or are my employees
doing better
really getting value
at-
from it? Are my customers
at
getting
doing
value?
things like
Are we getting a lot of
data
hallucinations?
mirroring,
Are we getting a lot of toxicity?
against your
Let's
Salesforce?
work on that
Alan.
together.
Yeah,
But most
and that's
importantly,
Alan
it
is
doesn't
right.
stop there.
Remember?
It's
Yep.
powering your
You're right,
CRM
Alan. It's something I
your,
didn't think I
sorry,
said.
your
You're right.
CRM activities. So how you're selling, how you're
By
servicing,
the way,
how you're
Alan, how many
marketing.
pounds? Let us know.
It is completely built in. It's not off to the side.
You know, the amount of
We didn't say, oh, here's some
work they've done.
Einstein, we'll snap it in, we'll have a trust layer somewhere else.
Performance and just
It's
like
part of the Einstein One
data
platform. It's
storage,
totally integrated.
your instance,
Right.
That's
So
impressive.
it's integrated into
They're
your
all,
industry
you know, how they
apps,
were
into your
built,
CRM apps.
and how long they kind of had to
integrated
stay
in
that way.
Slack and
I mean,
Tableau.
they made some serious.
Any
I guess I don't wanna
application
get-
you're using on the
get into the weeds
App
of that, but
Exchange, any
there's
customizations
some
of that
respect to be
metadata
given
framework,
how they've been able
it's
to
completely
untether the
integrated.
back ends to make this
Also
happen
integrated
without
to
crushing
that
people.
data cloud. We're going to talk a lot about data
They
cloud.
got the AI key.
Because as Mark said,
Yeah, although
AI
they
wants
go
the
into
data.
that, you know.
It really needs the
A
data.
lot of what they've done,
You know, in a way,
Datarama,
this
other
AI
things,
revolution is
acquisitions.
actually a data revolution.
Forgot
It's
about
been
that one.
really,
Because the AI revolution wouldn't exist without the power of all that
See, that's
data.
the Martin Schneider I know and love.
And you have incredible
When I
data
met
in your
a long
enterprise.
time ago at NetSuite
You
at
have
that event
incredible
at
IP that you want to
Le
tap.
Colonial.
And you want to take
Yeah,
that IP
that,
We found
and
out
use it
our relationship
in
now
your
legally
use of
drained
generative
for
AI.
exactly 21 years.
I know.
But there's a problem. You're like, well, Parker, the data's everywhere.
It wasn't his fault.
Parker, I've got mainframes still.
What was
So
it?
how many of you have mainframes? Anyone have a mainframe still running in their enterprise?
Probably 02.
The banks,
Because I had written
insurance
CRM
companies,
to
they
the
have
light that came first
technology
edition
that's
came out.
working great,
02.
but it's out there on those mainframes. Or you might be using multiple cloud providers.
No.
You might have databases all
No,
over your
this is a
enterprise.
whole
You need to
other
bring it
level
together.
of.
71% of your company
Yeah, this is
applications
the
are
best. This
disconnected.
is the best keynote
That's
of
not
the
good.
year.
This isn't
Number
back
one.
But we want to help you bring it together so that you can use it in your AI. And that's
mean,
why we have
I
Einstein
think-
One Data Cloud.
Like,
Mark said earlier, it's a
right?
hyperscale data engine, but it's
Yeah.
built inside of this Einstein One platform. And it connects all your data.
Actually tells you
It's included in all the
Yeah.
applications,
Yeah.
sales,
Right?
service,
It's like when
marketing,
we're
commerce,
doing
industries,
cloud.
everything.
The
I mean,
open-
they're almost at a
It's integrated natively with that Salesforce metadata.
It's
It's
very
not a separate
analogous to when
platform.
they were saying like
Anybody here
there
know
was
how to build a flow?
on how things were done. and
Flows
that
will work on it.
was the way you actually
Anybody know how to
operated.
build a
That was
report or a
big kind of
dashboard?
sea change
That
at the
works
time.
too.
We're almost in the
Everything
same
I mean,
kind of mode
remember-
right now.
from
We
the
I-
guts there,
gotta
and it'll
convince
give you the
people
power of
that
AI
they
and
use
unified
their product.
CRM
I think-
for all of your
and they-
customer
I think-
Change
engagements.
the way they think about their data.
And we have
I
over
think there's
2
also the
trillion
other element,
records
which
that have
is
been
one of them
processed
that
so
has always
far
been
per
prominent with them,
month
which they had
on
gotten
Einstein
away
One
from
Data
in
Cloud.
recent years,
But that's just
which
the
was
start.
starting that with the
That
good they
seems
do.
like a big
Right?
number.
That's what Mark used to
But
always
many
do
of
at
you
the beginning of
haven't
everyone,
used
and then
it
it got
yet,
away
and you're
from that.
going to start, and that number is going to increase
And that's how, but that was
exponentially.
part of the reason people
So
trusted
how does
Salesforce
this
was
work?
because of the
Well,
good
they
they
seem like a
did.
good
Data's
guys.
coming
Right.
from everywhere. It's coming from your CRM apps. I'll do that for you automatically. Don't worry about it. It's coming from your different lake houses.
Felt like they were trying to
Many
go
of you
for a
probably
more
use
entertainment
Snowflake.
play.
You might be using
And maybe
Amazon
how
Web
they use
Services
it.
for your data.
They're-
lake.
They're in
Yeah.
the
You
web
might be
browser.
using Databricks.
Yeah.
You might be
Yeah,
using Google.
There's no appies. Or,
We don't
And they
care.
had to
We're
regain
partnering with all
trust,
of them, and
too.
all of those
They did.
data lakes
And they
will integrate
looks like they've done a lot of that.
perfectly
Again, what
into
is the
the
idea?
data cloud. We'll
We-
get
we-
to your data through
the fact
APIs.
that
By the way,
we're gonna give
MuleSoft is a
very
great
pretty
technology to leverage
not-
to get to your data.
Yeah.
We'll bring it into the data
not a lot
cloud.
of,
We'll
you know,
harmonize it.
There's not a lot of that in
Clean
there.
it
I
up
mean,
for you.
The idea is
We'll make sure that there's only one view of the customer,
right?
because I don't
You
want to
know,
be
one
multiple
thing,
Parker Harrises when I'm working with
watching
with
the HubSpot one, when they would see the audience,
as an individual, as
disengaged.
Parker. And I want to see them as who I am right now. I want to see them to see me in real time,
it feels
so
like
that when I'm
it's
interacting
more-
in a sales context, when I'm
more
buying
interest
something,
in this
or
general
when I have a
group.
problem in a customer service
Well,
context,
yeah.
I want them to know
I
who I
think
am
when
and
you,
help me
when
right
you talk
away.
about what
Or
people
when they
do
send
with
me a marketing email, I
how
want
many
them to
products
send
the
me something
average
that's very
enterprise
relevant to
person
me.
uses
That's the power of
and how
data
they're
and
using it
AI tied to
versus say
CRM,
like a HubSpot,
fully integrated.
right? I think HubSpot has announced that
Okay,
they
I've
had
talked
something
enough.
like 40
I want
or
to see.
50
Anybody want to see some
two hubs,
technology?
but only like
Yeah.
20%.
All right,
have more
let's see
than
a
like
demo.
two, right?
And I'd like
Because
to bring
they're
up
still moving upmarket. They're
Sajna
still maturing products.
Parulekar.
That's the
Sorry.
Their name.
I was practicing that earlier.
But the products have
Einstein
to
and
still
Data Cloud
mature
Product
at
Marketing.
this
Please take it away,
So
Sajna,
heavily
and give us a great
utilized,
demo.
hundreds of thousands worth of it. Like this means something. Whereas when you look
Thank
at the
you,
three
Parker.
layers with the AI around it, that
Now, I
that
spend
really-
a lot of
I
time
mean,
with
it's very
customers
different.
just like all
Yeah.
of you in this room,
She is
talking
very
about the data problems that you want to solve. And the number one thing that stands out
Look at the way they're
is that
following
you want to
it.
connect
Yeah.
the
A
wealth
dolly
of
in
data
action.
that you have
I was
in
waiting for
different
that, like,
systems
steady
to your
campers. Maybe
critical
No, it's
systems.
or
a,
something,
yeah,
you
no,
know?
this is
The
a
time it
dolly,
takes to do this,
and it's a
it's too
professional one too.
costly, it's too time intensive. You want to be able to do this with low code. So let me show you how.
Yeah, see, that was
Has she been with the
interesting.
company a long time? Do you know her well?
Now, the
No, I
screen
don't know
you're
her at
seeing
all.
right here
Oh,
might look like fiction to many of you in this room.
Connections.
Connection.
I have a
I never
lot
met her.
of rich data being surfaced to me
So
about this
what was that
unified
long
individual.
comment? I can't read anything.
I have a customer lifetime
Guy
value
looking for work?
score. I have a propensity to buy score. I even have a rich activity feed
A
of
credit?
different
We're
ways
getting
this
one a day
customer
now.
is interacting with me across various different channels.
How's our sound?
But
Alan,
all
tell
of
me.
this is
Still haven't
possible
told us how
with
it's.
Data Cloud
Alan, tell
deeply
us how we
embedded
sound, man.
inside of Einstein 1.
This is
And it all starts with connecting your data. We've been talking a lot about low code today, and with no code at all, you can connect to any data within your organization. Whether it's a Salesforce cloud, an external data source like Amazon S3 or Google
You know
Cloud,
the first person,
or even a
I'm gonna tell you a
wide
story
variety
about
of
this.
connectors
What's that?
with MuleSoft
That
and
no code,
Exchange.
the way they connect, that
Now,
was
once
actually
I've
the first
connected
time
my
there was a
data,
company called
there's an
Azuka,
important step.
founded by
I need to
Neil Hossinger, who
harmonize
used to work
all
for
of
me,
this data
that did
into
exactly
one
that
data model.
10 years ago.
You might wonder, why does this matter?
Yeah, I used to be
This matters
Microsoft's number
because
two
when we have
CRM,
data
number
in
three
different
CRM guy
systems,
after Bill.
it uses
And Nikhil
different
was kind of
ways
the
and different
guy
schemas
who
to
would put
refer to a
together
single
programs. He was a
individual.
brilliant guy. I worked
And
with
when we
him for
bring
years.
all of this data
And
onto the platform,
you could drag
now
and
all of our
drop
data speaks
enterprise
the same language.
integration to
Now,
literally.
many of our
I mean,
trailblazers in the
serious
room
heavy.
today
basically
have been
You build the
building
back out a little
powerful
bit,
business
and then
logic
you drop
automations
basically
with
drop
Salesforce
cards on each
Flow
other, which
for
what he's
years.
kind of talking about
So
here.
now
Now
you can
they're
trigger those
coming, but he
same
sold the company.
flows
though.
with that dynamic, rich customer data and company data using a matter of clicks. You just choose your Data Cloud triggered flow. You can bring in that unified information that I showed you earlier and bring this unified data to powerful workflows like this proactive service alert you see here to provide excellent customer
Just
service.
say do this.
And it doesn't stop
Right?
there.
Like there shouldn't be
With
clicks,
Data Cloud now
right?
on our
I mean,
powerful metadata framework,
you know,
all your
they don't even
dashboards
need
get
type
better and are
Well, they're
now
moving
real
in that
time with
direction.
all of that
course, yeah.
customer
Yeah.
information.
They are.
All of
I'm
your
surprised there's
applications
this
get
many
better
clicks
too.
they're showing on the demo.
So I've shown you how to build this with low code, but I want to show you how you can activate it and surface this data to all of your business users as well. Because with Data Cloud
it's
in the
crazy how much
Einstein
we're
1
like
platform,
complaining about like
all
3
of this
clicks.
data across
To do
all
something
of
that
the
it
would
systems
take like
is
3 weeks
immediately available
to actually
in
have
any
something
BI
built for
tool.
you, but you know.
So what we're showing you here is Tableau Pulse. And Tableau Pulse makes it easy to surface insights and information to any of your business users. Now, insights like this usually take some time. They take time for your data team to do some complex ETL and data processing, and then visualization. And by the time that data gets to you as a business user, the insights are stale.
Good job of picking the right.
But with Data Cloud and Tableau working
do.
together,
The
I
other
can
thing that's
simply make
interesting,
these insights available to
these are
all
not
of my
like
business
most
users in real
conferences if
time.
we're talking about it. We
And I can
typically
simply
don't want to
ask
see demos
questions
like
of my
this.
data.
But for whatever
It's a
reason,
simple
with
conversation.
this audience, in this
Now
conference,
that is the
with
power
the fact
of Data
it
Cloud
appeals
deeply
to
embedded
IT, it
in the
appeals to
Einstein 1
business
platform.
users, it appeals
Back to you,
to
Parker.
a lot of people, and they've actually sculpted it so that it actually does do that, which
Yeah.
is astonishing.
All right, thank you, Sanjna. So, if Data
Yeah.
Cloud's fully integrated, if it's going to make your customer
Fascinating to me.
interactions
really good.
richer,
There's-
if it's going to
I think
power
they're often
all
what
of
they
the
do, how
AI,
kind of cool that is.
you all need
Being
it.
able to log into, like, your
every single one of you needs it. And we want to make that really, really easy. That's why I'm so excited to announce that
become predictive.
Data Cloud is now
really cool.
free to get
Yeah.
started. You get up
Gretchen
to
analysis doesn't
10,000
work very well in
profiles
Major
to
League
start
Baseball.
exploring. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Seems to
you
work
should
really
clap for
well with
that.
the Yankees,
This
meaning
was
every
actually
team
very
member is
hard
regressed
technically. Thank you,
this
Srini.
year.
Thank you to the
Every
entire
single team
engineering
member.
team to make this possible. This is not easy to make self-service. Basically, Data Cloud and analytics are now self-service for you. You can get started for free, and that's going to be amazing.
You're like a
All right.
B2B company.
The AI revolution is a data revolution,
Employees. That's a really
but
good
it's
deal,
also
you know.
a customer
You're basically
revolution.
getting free.
And who better to talk
Free
about
analytics
the
again.
customer revolution than
Yeah,
David
cool.
Schmeier, our president of product.
Oh, here we go.
David,
this is all energy.
take
This
it away.
Thank you, Parker.
He is not, doesn't have, this guy crackles.
Hi, everyone.
He's
As
crazy.
Parker said, the AI
No,
revolution
not really.
is
He's
definitely
just
a customer
I love
revolution,
this guy.
and we're all here
I've known him
because it's
since
all
Evil.
about the
David, if
customer.
you're listening, you're not
And
crazy.
we
No, I
use
didn't mean that. I
Einstein
meant you
every
are
day to run our
crazy
business
with
and our
energy.
worldwide forecasting
Crazy can be a
meetings,
compliment.
He is
to
wild
manage
and
our
crazy
leads,
guy.
to do our quotes.
It's
And we
like I use
decided,
crazy the way
let's
a lot of
ask
people use the word
Einstein,
sick.
how can we even take it to the next level? And how can we connect with our customers in entirely new ways? And the answer is simply astonishing. One of the greatest innovations.
Thank you,
in the
Alan.
history of the company.
You're a man.
Introducing
most
Einstein
recent
1
play in residence,
Copilot.
Oh,
Alan
he said
Dutton.
the keynote could be loud. All right, look, I'll turn it up. Is that his backhanded way?
Because now everyone's an Einstein, and you can be more productive with the Copilot in every single app. It's really, truly sensational, and it's built on all the innovations that we
You can
talked
turn
about
up your
earlier.
volume.
So this metadata framework, and we've listened to you to make the #1 sales app and the #1
okay.
AI service app, and marketing and customer service and commerce and industry applications. And so we've listened to you, and now
And
this
of
helps
course,
you in the flow
it
of work
hasn't been noted
with
already,
step-by-step
Brent did,
guidance
but
in every
this is why you're off the
single
hook.
application. So this is a big, big deal.
Einstein
The data
1
powers the
Copilot.
AI, and the AI now powers your customer experience. So let me unpack this for you a little bit
Copilot,
and tell you about
Microsoft,
this.
Adobe,
So
and
Einstein 1
Salesforce. Anyone else
Sales, the
use that?
#1 AI sales platform, just
Yeah,
got
well,
better
it's the
and
right
stronger
word.
with Copilot
It's kind
for
of like
sales. So
dashboard,
now
right? I mean,
you can
like everyone-
look at all of your
It's
leads
also their
and
way
have
of saying, don't
automatically
worry, it won't take
prospects
your
for you.
job. Right? That's
Now it
that's
can
part of the
automatically
reason
set
they
up
call it
meetings for you.
Copilot.
Love it.
Now it can transcribe the meetings for you automatically and even send out those action items.
Right.
And it can generate the quotes, the proposals, and even the contract language right there for your sales team.
Well, it
So your
does elevate
sales
you to
teams
the
will never
to
be
the
more
level of
productive
human.
than they will be with Einstein 1 sales.
Copilot.
This
That's
is
to
a
say
big, big deal.
subservient pilot.
Wingman would have been nice.
Not, yeah,
An
that was Brenton's, that was
Einstein 1
ours.
service, the
Wingman. You wanna
#1
call it
AI service app.
Wingman.
So now we've taken data and AI and infused it into our Copilot for service. This gives you automatic responses and answers to your
That's
questions.
what I think too.
So your CSRs are
That's right.
automatically up to date with the latest about your customers, the latest about your products, and they have the answers on the fly, and they can respond to the customers and automatically generate the answers using the channel of their choice: email, SMS, mail, chat, whatever that communication channel that your customers really care about. And now your marketers have never been more productive. Marketing automation was typically also an art as well as a science, where people that were really smart could custom craft these segments of lookalike customers. Well, now with segment intelligence, this is, and with the Copilot for marketing, this is all created for you automatically. It's really amazing. You got to go see this demo, and I would recommend go seeing the demos in every single one of these cloud keynotes that we have tomorrow, and so a few of them this afternoon. And this allows you to take the journeys and the segments and the marketing campaigns and make them that much more special, that much more tailored. It's mass personalization at scale for your entire marketing department.
Like that alone is huge.
And Commerce Cloud just got that much stronger, leveraging this Einstein AI platform. So now your commerce sites can be put up and generated automatically. They can be designed for the highest conversion rates possible with personalization built in. And there's an incredible demo you'll see of all the product descriptions being created automatically. So I'm going to launch a product manager. I'm going to launch 100 different products, and it just creates all of the materials. It creates the landing page on the website. It even creates the literature about these products for the customers. So it really is truly amazing.
You like got low and moved fast.
And these platform services are the secret sauce of all of this.
He might as well have.
So you're going to see this a little bit later from Patrick. This is all done in a declarative, metadata-driven way with this unified metadata. So you're going to hear about the Copilot Studio. So not only do we give you all these amazing Copilots, but you can change them and configure them and get them to do what you want them to do, which is really amazing. So there's a builder framework that allows you to build the prompts. It allows you to change the skills, and it allows you to change which models you want to use. This is truly the secret sauce. And please join us later today for the platform keynote to learn more about these capabilities. And we just saw Tableau Pulse, which was really one of my favorite new applications. Dashboards are great. Analytic applications are even better. But who wouldn't love to talk to their data? So now everyone is a data analyst. Everyone can have all this rich data, and the best companies in the world make data-driven decisions. But now you can take the insights and you can drive them right there into action with Tableau Pulse and Copilot for Tableau.
Actually go talk to humans.
It's like Tom Hanks talking to Wilson.
Canvas, we've taken the greatness of Quip and we blended it together with Slack. So now that your people can be that much more
That's what
productive,
they're going to call
that
their
much
data.
more seamlessly
Oh,
integrating
God,
and
don't even tell me.
collaborating and
They're
working
using Quick or
together.
something.
And this is the future of work right here with Canvas. And so Canvas is amazing. We use
That's
it every
literally
day
my
at
least favorite
Salesforce.
product in
And now
history.
you too can use this either within Slack or as a standalone application.
they use it a lot.
It has a huge reduction
Yeah.
in the time of work for collaborating and
Never
prospecting
understood
and
why they
working
spent that
together
kind
on
of money
sales
on that
teams or
product.
marketing teams
It was
or service
the
teams.
idea of thinking about like content
And MuleSoft is the world's #1 API management system in the world, and it just got better and stronger. So now with
It
this
happened to
new
be-
platform, Einstein for any point code builder
Also, it happened
allows
to be
you
a
to
crappy
take
product.
hundreds or even
I remember it was
thousands
like
of
buying-
applications and integrate them together
Remember
in
they
one
spent
seamless workflow.
$658 million
And
on
we've
Buddy
listened to
Media,
you
too.
and taken Flow
Now,
and
Buddy
MuleSoft
Media
and
is
put them
actually
totally
useful now.
integrated together. So
No,
now you can have
basically it
hyper-automation
wasn't useful.
at
Now it's
scale
become
across
useful
all
years
these
later.
different
But
applications.
Mike
And the skills
Lazarus
that are
actually
part of these
wondered why
AI
Mark hated
models
him
we'll
that
see
much.
later, they talk to these different applications through APIs. So MuleSoft's more important
No, it
than
was
ever.
great. Look, I
as an
mean,
integral
Buddy
part
Media
of your
actually
framework.
has use.
No,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of older stuff.
And finally, industries, this is really, really important. Every digital transformation is an industry transformation. And we want to help you lead your industry and revolutionize your
Radiant
industry
6 they
with
underpaid for
purpose-built
it, actually.
I think they got a
applications.
great
So
deal.
all this
That was the
AI
best deal
and
ever.
all this data, including Data Cloud, the Copilots, the
Well-
Copilot Studio is coming to our 13 industry clouds.
I'm waiting
So
for that,
now a
too.
wealth advisor, and maybe I want to look at the book of business of the customer, and I want to be able to say, hey, they have a certain set of goals, financial goals, life goals, lifelong events, and I can help them buy the right, use the right investment products or the right services to achieve those goals. Or maybe I'm an educator and I want to have a student information system where every student we want to steward and look after to make sure that they have the right curriculum and the right skills that they learn at the right time. Or maybe it's in the patient services area where we want to make sure that every healthcare patient has an incredible experience. And one last one that's really exciting is we're going to be building a new industry cloud too that takes advantage of this Einstein One platform, and it's for all of you in the life science industry. We've listened to you, we've heard you, and we're going to be coming out with the life science cloud. So it's very, very
But
exciting.
there's a data cloud implementation where they get,
Now,
it's
we love
valuable
technology.
for us.
We love all these amazing capabilities of AI plus data plus CRM,
Well,
but it's even better to see it in
The
action.
fascinating
And
thing
there's
to me
no
about
better
Slack,
company in the
I remember
world
when
to
Slack was
illustrate
acquired,
this
there were an
vision than
enormous number
Williams
of people
Sonoma.
who didn't
We
get
have Laura here. We're
They
going to
just
talk
said,
to
I
you
don't
later.
understand why they're
Become a good
acquiring
friend
terrible
of the
acquisition.
company.
I was
And
not one of
Williams
those people actually
Sonoma
really
is
liked
an
the acquisition
e-tailer
because it
and
took them to
retailer.
areas
They're
they've been
truly a
trying
leader
for
with
years to get
world-renowned
into.
brands
Chatter,
like Williams
Chatter
Sonoma,
and
West
Community Cloud
Elm,
itself.
and Pottery Barn. And we're going to roll a
Slack
short
after that.
film to hear a
And-
little bit more about their journey
No, but-
to be a digital
Well, you know, I
exemplar
always
on how
had
to
this
treat their
theory on
customers.
price
So
paid
let's
for.
roll the film.
Somebody offered it and somebody's willing to take it.
At
So
Williams
who am I to
Sonoma,
say?
we tell the
Right?
story
I
of
mean,
the
no,
shopkeeper.
I agree with you,
Chuck
but
Williams
I'm
was
just not.
inspired on a trip to
I've given up
France.
on financial.
He brought back
analysis.
a dream, and he opened a small shop, bringing those French cooking tools to the United States.
He really built that one-on-one relationship with his customers. And almost 70 years later, we operate by that same ethos, putting the customer at the center of everything we do.
Chuck really cultivated that shopkeeper mentality, and we've been able to effectively deliver that experience in the digital world with AI, with data, with the latest innovations.
The in-house work which we do is indeed a bedrock for Williams Sonoma's growth.
Our partnership with Salesforce allows us to integrate that innovation and deliver it at scale, securely, reliably, connecting the dots between the B2C marketing space and the B2B space, and really ultimately amplify the customer experiences we want to deliver.
We have this amazing portfolio of brands that allows us to serve our customer in every major event, even the small events of every day.
Customer 360 for us is really about being able to stitch not just their behavioral
you know what I mean? Like it's interesting how they lead.
but our understanding about who they are.
Because again, these are
Our
great for
triggered email
other use
program
cases
is
as well
able
as the
to
people
capture
here
what our
and aligning
customers
them,
are interested in from
on
a
the
product
goal.
perspective, but
Well,
also a
look,
life stage
the Commerce
perspective.
Cloud is the
And
path
as
to
our
that.
customer
But
transitions
it's also
through
just the
different life
emotional side.
stages,
That's
our
what they do.
marketing
I mean, it's,
transitions
again,
as well.
C is always
Data
right
Cloud
brain.
is where we're
One way
layering
there.
in our own data science to translate all these signals.
leveraging all of our data to make sure that we're serving the right message to the right customer. And it's our job to inspire them.
Dreaming about the dinner party, a better recipe
Well,
for
you know what I'm
holidays,
thinking? Think of
a
it this
gift
way,
that
though.
you give.
Think of it this.
That's the stuff
Just
that
a
gets
keynote,
people
right?
really
To have
excited.
individual
If we know they
keynotes
love to
for
bake,
all of
we
them,
are
and
able
all of
to
it be
send
do. And
personalized
in this
notes
one, your
about
job
the
is
latest and greatest
really
baking.
fundamentally establish the
I'm
sort
super
of
excited
framework
about
for
the
the
era
rest of the
which we have
conference and the
entered,
emotional
powered by
foundation
data,
for the rest of the
AI,
conference.
and CRM. And I think trust is going to be the key.
Right. That was,
Whether it's
again,
machine learning or
unique.
deep learning or NLP is absolutely transformative. So we're working closely with Salesforce to
Some of
figure
the
out how
scenarios
we
are
integrate
really
our
cool
own
looking.
AI capabilities
Right.
into our marketing programs.
No, I
Take that to the
know,
next
but
level.
again, all I'm
The
saying is
better
this
we
is going to
can
happen over.
personalize our communication to you, the
Right.
better we serve you. And what I'm thrilled about with Salesforce is that they're
I know,
helping us
but you
do
know
that
what?
so much better than we've
I
ever
agree
been
with
able
you.
to do.
Not only I agree with you, I love
Salesforce
day in
has
the life
come to the
everything.
table
And
with a lot of
I've
care
seen
and
great ones
focus
over
on
the
the
years.
customer experience.
But
We trust them
ultimately,
for their
you
scale,
know,
agility,
these are
and for
what,
their
2-3
performance.
minutes.
It's
Right?
about building a world of possibilities for our customers.
Wow.
We're so excited about the partnership.
Well,
And
look, I mean,
the best,
this
I
this
think, is yet
thing
to
just
come.
appeals to people because they shop at Williams Sonoma, right? I mean, they do.
Nobody watched that one. I have no idea what they did.
Sure.
Right?
They've got some pretty well-known people.
Wow, that
Oh
was
yeah,
an
yeah,
amazing
yeah.
story.
Again,
and
I
really
don't. I
love the
for
plan.
keynotes
It's
to
one
me,
of
I
the
don't
most
worry
trusted
about that. I
brands
worry
in the
about that
world.
if I didn't
And
see that
I'm going to
later
invite
on in the
Sanjana back to
conference.
the
I would worry
stage to
about
really
it. The
show
other
us how to
keynotes,
bring this to
but
life
the main
with
one,
AI and data and CRM. Sanjana.
maybe it'll be B2B.
Yeah, I think it's probably all my customers
Or it'll be B2B,
Now, as we
B2C.
saw in that incredible film, Williams Sonoma cares deeply about providing that connected, personalized
Again, it's right
experience
brain
to
AI
every
too.
single
It's generative.
customer across every stage
Remember
of
your
life.
Trotsky's past.
So we're going to have a little bit of fun here today, and we're going to show you
Yeah.
all of this in action on the Einstein One platform in this visionary demo. But before we get into it, let's give our amazing demo team a hand, Rusha and Callie.
Yay, Kelly.
Now, to tell you this
That's a
story,
name.
I want to introduce you to Naya, who's a longtime customer of Williams Sonoma. She's been in their
so
Key
they're
Rewards
doing
program
Williams
for
Sonoma
6
of the
years.
future.
So we have a lot of data about her across all of our brands. And in this marketing homepage, I have all of this data available to me. I have her customer lifetime score. I have her propensity to buy certain products and her purchase history across all of our channels.
Yeah, well, they
All of
they
this is
waited till
powered
1
by that
o'clock.
rich
Yeah, it was
information in
weird.
Data Cloud.
I
I
know.
even have this real-time engagement feed with all of the
This
ways
year,
she's
it's so far,
interacting with me across
pretty
these
much
various
brilliant.
channels at Williams Sonoma. But even for the data-driven marketers at Williams Sonoma, while this is a dream, it can be a little overwhelming. We need a little help here to digest this data and to act on it. So that's why we have the Einstein Copilot as this new addition. And Einstein Copilot is our brand new conversational interface for Salesforce.
Mr. Sven.
And Einstein has been paying attention,
Hey,
and
Sven,
Einstein
in
notices
English.
that this
You said it in
prospect,
English.
Naya, is actually in the wrong segment. It turns out that she's more of a B2B prospect
Okay,
now
that's
than a B2C
English.
prospect, followed her customer
Colloquial
journey.
U.S. English.
So I'm going to go ahead and update her segment and go to this
The student of
campaign.
languages.
Now, as a marketer, I want to make sure that I'm building really personalized content for everyone inside of this segment. And Einstein is going to help me.
You're not kidding.
I think it's both.
Now, I want to build an email
It's
for
the
these
right
customers.
Right.
And so Einstein's just going to help me get started
It's just
with
doing a
that
great job.
first draft that I
They're
can
all
iterate
back on target.
Remember, Einstein's my co-pilot, co-creating with me in this marketing experience. So we see a pretty good first draft here, but we want to add some images to make this a little bit more dynamic.
This is
And
really
something
cool.
that's really cool about Williams Sonoma is that they've developed their own image generation algorithm.
We were told
So they
it's
can
going
actually
72
bring that
minutes. So let's see how
seamlessly
close they get.
onto the Einstein One platform and have Einstein surface for it here.
Okay, so
Now I
technically
want
it's
to add a
7
little
more
bit more
minutes.
here, maybe some
And
special
then
promotional items to
we're
make
going to
this
end before
really
12
appealing
and
to
it's
this
going to go
segment.
72 minutes.
And there we go.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to go to 12,
Einstein
I
has
think,
boosted
right?
my productivity as a marketer and
Yeah.
helped me create this email campaign so easily.
It's like what
But what about for
constitutes
sales reps?
landing early.
Now, Williams
with an
Sonoma,
airplane.
the sales
They're gonna
reps
get out.
work day in and
Right.
day out in this seller home. And it has all of the information that they need to run their day,
Well,
from
that's the other
pipeline
thing. They've actually
information to
improved the
all of those
UI.
right metrics.
Not massively,
And Einstein
but
Copilot
nice.
is here to help too.
I still
It
think
looks
the
like
best way I've
Einstein has
ever seen it
noticed an
create shows.
important
So
new
and
B2B
freedom release
prospect that's been
stuff
surfing
they've
our
done.
website.
Gorgeous. I
Now
don't.
remember,
When I call
this is
UIs
information that
really
would
nice,
have previously been
sometimes even
lost
pretty.
across various systems.
Create shows was
Our
stunning.
marketing website over here
It's
and our
actually a
salespeople
stunningly
over
beautiful
here.
UI.
But with the
And
power
it's
of Data
useful.
Cloud and Einstein working
I know
together
that's
on the
exactly the
platform,
point. I never thought
this
I would,
insight
but in
is
their
available
case,
to
they
every
earned it.
sales rep. Now, I want to make sure I give this prospect a call. But remember, I told you that this prospect has been with us for 6 years. That's a lot of data. And so Einstein can help
It has
us
to actually
summarize
stay in
the
focus.
contact information
And it's on
to
a
get me really
dolly.
prepared for that call.
It's probably on an automated dolly.
So I'm going to fast forward a little bit here, and I'm going to give this prospect a call. And while the call is happening, Einstein is transcribing
flawless,
all
yeah.
of this information and can then summarize it for me and bring that into the contact record. Now, we know that
Well,
sales
kudos
reps
to
spend so
Salesforce
much
Plus,
time
man,
on the
this one.
phone, taking notes and bringing
Absolutely
those inside of
brilliant job.
Salesforce. But with
like,
the power of the
Colin,
Einstein
our man.
Copilot, we can do this automatically. And Einstein takes it a step further and even gives me this helpful action plan that gives me key actions I can take with the customer. Now, don't be fooled by the simplicity of this screen. There's a lot of sophistication here. I'm surfacing rich
awesome.
PDFs from our design team. I'm surfacing rich context information. And all
One
of
of the
this
things
is done
which
automatically with the Einstein
Brent and I were
Copilot.
talking about with
Now, I found out something
somebody
pretty
yesterday
exciting on this call with
was
Naya.
that
And
plan
she's actually opening
is
her
very
first
important. And the
restaurant
reason
in
it's
her
important
hometown.
is
And we want to
that
make sure that all the designers at
one of
Williams-Sonoma
the
and
issues
all of
is
the support
always
reps
with
can help her do this
creating
successfully.
generative AI is
So let's
hallucination.
hop on over to service
If you
and see
see
how
all the
this is
steps that
going.
went into the plan, you
Now,
actually
the
will
weeks go
figure out,
by,
okay, well, that
and it looks like
is
Naya
really
actually wants to
weird.
make a
It doesn't
change
belong
to
there.
her order.
But if you see
She
things
wants
that
to
make
move
sense
up the
to you all the way
delivery date by a
along,
couple
you're
of
going to
weeks.
trust the results that
Now,
much
this
better.
can be a little bit of a tricky query for any service rep, let alone a brand new one. But Einstein Copilot is here to help me solve this case. Now, the order you're seeing on the screen is actually coming from Williams-Sonoma's own product finder product that they've developed that manages all of their orders and brings that right into this conversational experience. That's Data Cloud bringing all of that data into this conversational experience.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like the chairs that Naya wants actually aren't available and in stock for this particular new date. So we're going to go back and forth with her and work on a solution. So we send her a new chair that seems like it might be a good fit. And it looks like she's actually looking for a more eco-conscious option.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's
we're
right.
gonna
Nowadays,
surface a new
60 is
product
50 to get
recommendation.
and say, but you know,
And an important thing to note here is that Einstein is both being proactive and reactive.
the context.
I'm getting proactive product recommendations across the entire portfolio, depending on what Naya wants to see in the chat. And I'm getting reactive reply recommendations that I can easily use as a service rep.
Pushing it into action.
And the output, excellent service, and that case is closed.
And they built
very
it
for a
quickly.
little bit more.
Exactly. Key point.
Now we're going to
It's
fast forward a bit,
built in.
and Naya gets a
I say,
mobile
I can't
notification on
speak to
her
what all the
phone
protections
telling her
look
that
like,
her
but
chairs
they built
have
in,
arrived
to my knowledge,
right on
almost
time.
all the
A
protections they need
seamless
against
experience,
toxicity,
all with the
against
Einstein One
hallucination.
platform.
They're covered.
Now,
Which is
Williams-Sonoma is
first
bringing
companies that
together
do
this
it in a way that's
entire
full.
connected
Other
experience
companies.
in service of making
Yeah,
Naya's
that's it.
experience
like
one
Holy
that is
crap, look
universal
at this.
across all of their customers.
That's
So she
amazing.
has a successful opening, and all of their customers can leverage all of this innovation.
Is that
Back
real?
to you, Mark.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
That's amazing.
This is
How about a huge hand for Sajana?
this is
Well
like
done.
totally brilliant.
Well, that was such an exciting demo, and Laura Alber is here, the CEO of Williams-Sonoma. Please welcome Laura to Dreamforce. Laura,
Leah.
we're happy to have you, and I know you've come to the last couple
That's
of
right.
Dreamforces, and
But
we're
she's
so
not a
grateful
princess,
for
she's
the
a queen.
relationship that the company
You
has
know
with
that.
you, so thank you for being here.
You talk
But we
about a
thought
lot.
this year we would love to profile your company and the incredible work you're doing, not just in the B2C space, but the B2B
There
space.
you go, Martin. Covered it
And
all.
it's amazing how your company
Covered it all.
that you're able to
He
serve
said I
both
just wanted
types of
to
these
shout out
customers.
to Martin
You know, what's
Snyder.
been your biggest
But, you know,
surprise
we
so
are
far,
covering
when
them
you're
both.
out there kind of developing this next generation company?
First of all, how much time do we have?
2 hours was fine. Go ahead.
It's
You got
interesting. You're only
all the time you
profiling a
want.
single company too.
You know, as you saw in the video, we've been at this for a long time with a lot of brands. We started a lot of them in our own company, and the innovation and the entrepreneurial culture is really alive and well at Williams-Sonoma. And as much as things change,
you know what?
they
Years
stay
ago,
the
a few
same.
years ago,
And
SAP
service is
did
still the most
arguably
important thing
one
that
of the
we
best
do.
demos, and
And what's exciting about the
simultaneously,
future
the
is
same demo
this
was the
new
most coolest
technology.
demo
It's
I'd ever
really
seen.
going to be able to help
best
us serve our
Well, yeah, no,
customers
it was
better and
amazing.
inspire
The
them
demo
more
went,
than we are able to
it
today.
showed Christian Klein
What's your dream for AI?
from end to end
You and I have
buying
had
a
so many
car.
conversations about
And
AI.
they showed the back end, the front
You've
end,
thought about
SAP
AI in your
powered the whole thing
company
all
and
the
your
through.
personal life.
It was in
What
the
is your
middle
dream
of
for
COVID,
AI
when
and
everyone was out of
Williams-Sonoma?
work,
How do you
and
think
it
it can
was
improve your
Porsche.
company and
Right,
its
so
product?
that's what I'm saying.
Well, let's talk
Completely
about
clueless,
trust.
Clueless,
right?
but the demo
And what
was
does trust mean and
extraordinary at
what
showing you
breaks
how
trust?
this worked.
And when you think about
Which is what they're
things
doing
and
here.
people that you trust, they are reliable, they are helpful, and they do no harm, right? And so when you think about brands, they're going to win with AI.
Yes.
They have to really
Parker did.
add
Parker
value
did.
to the customer's life. They have to serve them better than they did before. And the last thing you want it to do is to hurt the customer experience. And I've been thinking about this a lot, and I actually was pretty inspired by Parker and his resetting
I
of
like the
what
fact they put Parker
artificial
on stage,
intelligence
man.
really
I'm
means.
so happy to see that.
And the truth
It's been
is
missing
that
for years.
when it comes to
It was turned
customers,
into an
there can be
object for so
nothing
long.
artificial about the experience.
Guy is amazing.
So as we use AI and we use it to inspire and improve the experience, we need to make sure that it's completely authentic. So I wonder about a name change to AI. I wonder if it should just be called intelligence, or as Parker said, data intelligence.
No.
And I
Maybe
think
data
we should
intelligence,
stop
but not
thinking about the
intelligence.
definition as artificial when it comes to the customer
Guess what?
experience.
It's still
It's a
artificial.
powerful thought.
Totally wrong. Way wrong. Completely wrong. I definitely do not
It's a
want to
powerful
call it
thought. We've been
intelligence.
working with this amazing company in
changing
Italy, Gucci.
25,000 years of
They were so happy they made these
something
shoes
that
that I'm
actually
wearing and
reports
sent them to me. I was very happy about that, especially because everybody likes free shoes.
And it is creative.
But we are using Einstein One platform with them and their
We got
customer
25
service
people
center
agree
in
with it.
Italy. And they thought, oh, maybe we're going to get more productive. Maybe we're not going to need as many customer service or call center folks. But all of a
Apparently
sudden,
we have
their team is on Einstein One. They're using this amazing platform. And what they realized was, wait, our customer service team just closed a deal. Our customer service team just created a marketing campaign. Our customer service team just created a new product. And all of a sudden, they were augmented. They had the ability to be different and better than they had ever been before. And they renamed the entire team Cloud9, which was pretty cool. Do you see something like that happening at Williams-Sonoma?
Absolutely. It's not easy to furnish a home. It's not easy to cook dinner or Thanksgiving. And, there's so many life stages, things change. And when you come upon those big times in your life where you need to buy a new house and furnish it, or move to a new apartment, or downsize, or bring a baby into your life, you need a lot of help. And so imagine if we can use the collective information from other people who are in your situation to better serve you. And it's not just about the selling. It's also about the supply chain and how you can optimize costs and how you can better deliver that to you. And if there is a change, and we
technically
showed the video about
terms
the
of the
thing
time,
having to be early,
what?
I started
We landed,
to sweat
now we're
because
waiting for
this
the gate
happens
to
all the
open.
time. How do you make those changes and do
We're
it
waiting for the
with a
gate to open
profit?
up now.
And so what we're seeing is that AI serves us in many
what?
different places,
Oh, she's part of
not
the
just the
meeting?
obvious
Who
ones,
is?
marketing and
Didn't
sales,
hear.
but also
Lydia.
supply chain,
Oh.
return logistics, and all those things
Oh.
that add up to making the customer experience really, really wonderful
I don't
all the way
know.
from the
I have
beginning.
no idea
to the
what
end.
price
It was very exciting. Well, Laura, we're thrilled that you're at Dreamforce, and I hope you'll be able to talk to a lot of our customers who are here and inspire them, because we've been very inspired by you, and we're thrilled with
Well, I
everything
figure they
you're
got
doing
15 minutes to make it
Williams-Sonoma and
11:30, and
Salesforce.
that's
Thanks so much for
okay.
everything.
But it's
Thanks
not
for having
72
me.
minutes. It's 18 minutes over that.
Well, we're going to take a look now quickly at the future of artificial intelligence. And we're going to take a look at some of the nuances of what it's going to take to make AI successful inside your companies. We're going to go through some terms and some ideas that we haven't had to really cross these bridges before with you. at Dreamforce, but we're going to do it with our new Einstein 1 platform, and we're going to do it with Patrick Stokes. Patrick, where are you? Please welcome him. Patrick Stokes.
All right.
That's what I thought too.
Hey, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Maybe
Thank
he's
you,
going to
Laura.
be the AI.
Look,
Keynote.
we have just seen
The AI
some
Keynote.
absolutely incredible experiences
But
of
I think
how
Ryan
Williams-Sonoma
was
is bringing
maybe
AI
maybe.
into every workflow across their business. And we've seen
Hey, look,
how they're
Joe
using it
Andrews.
with their customers like
How you
Naya
doing,
to
Joe?
open
Hey
restaurants
Joe, how you
just
been,
like this.
man?
Hey.
Rough
But
Sunday.
if you're like
Sorry
me
about
just
that.
a few months ago, your head is probably spinning a little bit. You're probably
Hey.
looking at all of this and
Eagles
looking at
fan.
Einstein just reacting, and it seems to know everything about your business. And you're probably wondering, how does this all work, right? Is this real? It looks a little bit too good to be true. And it's not. It's not magic. It's just AI. But like the internet maybe 2 decades ago, we have to kind of learn some new terms so that we can get some headspace around how does this all work. So let's do that
This
by
is the
just
Michael Wu
considering
part.
what it's like to build an application today.
This is
Because
the
when we
Michael
build
Wu
applications with AI,
Explain it.
it's a very, very different animal. So let's think through this. When we build applications today, it really starts with clicks or our user interface. Now, our user interface is usually represented by buttons and menus. We're all used to these as individuals. And as an application developer, I have to spend quite a bit of time thinking about the way those buttons look, where I place them in my application, because I want my application to be intuitive for my users. And then behind all of those buttons, I need them to do something, right? When a user presses a button, I need it to do something. And so we just connect buttons to code that somebody has to go out and write. Those buttons just represent instructions on behalf of the user, and we send those instructions into code, which has been kind of carefully written and carefully crafted to receive those instructions in a very specific way and then execute. And then when we execute, all we're really doing, if we really wanted to simplify an application, is we're changing data. We're creating new data, writing data, editing data, or in some cases, deleting data. But an AI application works totally differently. Instead of a traditional user interface represented by buttons, we can have a much simpler user interface, one represented by conversations. We've all seen this with ChatGPT. Just a simple way to talk and to send those instructions in natural language. And because those instructions are coming in natural language, we don't really need code. We just need a prompt. A prompt is just that set of instructions, right? And the real magic is it works because underneath that prompt, we have something that we've never had before, which is we have AI. We have a large language model. And the large language model is capable of doing something that you and I all do every single day without ever really thinking about it. And that's we think and we reason. And so when we receive those instructions via the prompt, we're able to kind of figure out exactly what we want to go do and how to execute on it without code. That's what we do as humans, and that's exactly what a large language model does as well. And then data becomes really important here because as humans, we all have lots of data in our head. We have lots of
the
information.
idea that there'll be a large language model to create
make
large
these
language
instructions
models?
via the prompts work, we need to give the large language model more data as well. And that's data grounding, right? So instead of a data-driven application, we have a data-grounded application. It's all of that additional context that we want to add into that large language model or into that prompt.
Becomes a bit of a nautilus, you know?
Now, to do this with Salesforce, we need something new. We need an entirely new set of tools. And this is what Salesforce has done for 20 years, is we make the hard things really
I'm
easy.
with you.
And that's why we're so excited to announce for the
we
first
took
time
it, I think
Einstein 1
both of them
Copilot Studio.
we're very strong on the idea of small language models in industries, for example.
Now, Einstein 1 Copilot Studio is an incredible new opportunity for all of our trailblazers in the room to help bring all of this AI into their organization. It helps you edit and customize and extend Einstein, what Einstein knows, what it knows about your business, and what it's able to do. And it does that through 2 key concepts.
I don't think you build up the
which we're going to show you.
I have no idea.
And of course,
Technically,
Einstein 1
I have no
Copilot Studio,
I
just like
literally
Data
don't know
Cloud,
how
is
that
built
works,
right
but
on top of our Einstein
I don't.
1
I just know that
architecture. It's built right on that trust layer that Parker talked about a little bit earlier. It's built on this idea of being able to connect your own models, to be able to connect models from our partners, or maybe even go build your own model with a service like AWS Bedrock and host that right on top of Salesforce's shared infrastructure. And then ultimately connect that back up to your Einstein Copilot, your skills, and your prompts. Now, I'm going to do something here that I like to do, which is put this clicker in my pocket because we don't need it anymore. And we're going to show you a demo of how this all works. So here we go. We're going to go right back to that service experience that we saw a few minutes ago. Now, Einstein has just finished this out. I've sent an email. Is there anything else I can help you with today? And in fact, there is something else I'd like Einstein to do. I want Einstein to just summarize this all for me. So thank you, Einstein. One more thing. Can you please summarize Naya's order status for me? Now, you see Einstein working here. That's because Einstein doesn't know how to do this yet. This is a really simple instruction for you and I as human beings because we know who Naya is. We've just had an interaction with her. We know what she's ordered because we're in this interaction here. Or maybe I know how to go to my order system as a human being to swivel chair over there. And I probably know how to go get some information about the shipping carrier and where her status is, where her order is right now. But Einstein doesn't. 72 minutes. So let's fix that. So let's go into Einstein.
I don't want to reveal my source. I'm not going to reveal my source.
Now here we are in the all-new Einstein Copilot.
It's somebody
this is where we
that
can
we
build and
highly,
extend the capability of Einstein.
Yeah.
You see, we have prompts, we have skills, which we'll get to in a moment, and we have models where you can connect all of those large language models from across your infrastructure.
I'll give you a good idea.
So we're going to get started in prompts. Everything always starts with a prompt. So let's create a brand new prompt here.
What we're actually going to see in the service thing is once this becomes.
We're going to go ahead and click create prompt, and I'm going to show you how easy this is. So we're going to try to create a prompt that's capable of summarizing an order.
My system's being really.
So we're going to give the prompt a name, summarize a customer's order status, and we're going to give it a description.
Access to everything.
Now something really magical is happening with this description, which I don't think we've ever said before. These description fields are usually throwaway, right? We fill these out just so that we as human beings can come back and find them later on when we want to go back and edit. But that's the important part, because that's exactly how a large language model does it as well. That description is just the instruction. So when Naya asks, or when I ask as a service rep, can I summarize an order for me, the large language model is just scanning through all of the prompts it has, and it's connecting that inquiry to this particular prompt. And it's doing that with just reasoning, the same way you and I would do it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click create.
Library is a really cool thing.
And now we created a brand new prompt, and you can see we've taken that description and just put it right in the prompt. That is the instruction that we're going to create for this prompt. So create a concise summary, et cetera, et cetera. And the more instruction we put here, likely the better response we're going to get. But also the more data we put here, the better the response we're going to get. Now you can see I'm putting a little data here. I'm saying the customer's name is contact.firstname. So that's coming right out of the CRM. It's just a simple way to connect data within your CRM.
What prompt to use?
So let's go ahead and test this. So we can go down here to preview, and we can actually just pick a contact right out of our database to see what this would look like.
Well, the other thing
suggested.
And what we get now is called a
developed
grounded
an enormous
prompt.
number of
This is not yet a generation. This is the prompt that we're going to send to the large language model. And now you can see we have the instruction, but we also have a little bit of additional context. Right there, it says the customer's name is Naya. Now let's go ahead and generate a response. Let's send this off to our large language model and see what we get back. Still not very good. We get a little bit of personalization. We can see that Naya's name is in there, but really it's not good at all. Sorry, I don't have the capability to access tracking information.
Having it like
so
tagged with
Einstein
like toxicity
doesn't
and
have enough context.
That's really
doesn't have enough data.
Again, you're alerted.
So how are we going to fix that?
So that
well,
trust is
it shouldn't shock you. We're going to use Data Cloud to fix that. So let's jump
again. They've covered their bases there.
Cloud, and look at how easy it is to connect all of this context. So earlier, Sanjana showed us how we can harmonize all of our data across all of our different systems. So we have a harmonized individual model here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create something called a data graph. Now, a data graph is just a quick and easy way to get all of the data that we need into one place so that it can be consumable by other applications.
Most human beings don't have a clue what's being talked about.
Einstein,
no,
in a prompt specifically. So we've added sales order data. That's going to be really important context for Einstein to be able to summarize our order. Now let's go ahead and click preview. And this might scare some of you in the room, but not all of you. If you're a developer in the room, this is probably the best thing you've ever seen. This is just a JSON object. Now, a JSON object, now this looks like code. It's not really code. If you look at it
no,
closely,
I think there'll be a lot of people in the audience.
If you look at it closely, this is just data. It's just structured data, right? It's not much different than looking at an Excel file full of data. That's really what all this is. And what this does is it makes it really easy to pick this data up and put it right in the prompt. So let's look at how easy it is to do that. Let's jump back over to Prompt Studio. We'll save it first, jump back over to Prompt Studio. So right now we've only got our contact.firstname. What if we wanted to add a little instruction there, use this data to generate your response? Well, what data? All of the data that we just created in Data Cloud. So we're going to search for that, and we're going to go down into Data Cloud because it's natively integrated with our platform here. And we're going to pick our data graph. Now that really looks like a big ugly statement, but don't worry about it. Let's reground our prompt here.
In this day and age, right? We don't have to worry.
And there's all of our data.
And
we don't have to put that data into another language because Einstein can just read JSON. It's perfectly capable of reading through all of that data, just like actually I am and some of the people here in the room are, and understanding it. And we have Naya's information right in there in that data, her full information. We have all of her order details right there in that prompt. So now we should get a much, much better response from our prompt. Let's try again. Let's hit generate.
Wait a minute. Weren't we supposed to see
much better
at some point?
Good news. Naya's order number is 09268, including a slope being 11. This is exactly the kind of stuff we've connected all of that data directly into that prompt via Data Cloud.
That's
super
right.
easy.
That was part of the demo.
You see, I've got a tracking number there.
But they apparently.
And what I'd really like to do is I'd like to give Naya some information on exactly where her package is at this moment in time. Now, you might think I'm going to show you Data Cloud again, but I'm not, because realistically, we're probably not going to go query our carrier for every customer order ever, every moment of the day to figure out where the package is. We're probably only going to do that in our time of need. Well, this is one of those times of need.
Yeah.
So how are we going to give Einstein the ability to actually
that was Larry David's
well,
great
we're going to do it with skills. So let's jump back over to Einstein Copilot Studio. And you can see Einstein Copilot down there on the bottom. Let's add it up. In other words, let's give Einstein something new that he doesn't know how to do right now. You see, we've got a few skills here already. We've got a knowledge article skill, a flow skill, location verification skill, etc. Let's add a new one.
He wanted to buy.
Now, Mark asked me to make this quick, so I've already got one here. So we've got our order management skill. Let's go ahead and click that, and we can see all
the calzone. That was the
calzone. We can give Einstein here. Now, I want to point out two things. Number one, again, is those descriptions. Those descriptions are really important. That's how that large language model goes and finds those skills and connects them to the task that
these are actually
microservices. But the second thing I want to point out is that what these are just workflows. These are API calls, and the way we're enabling
really
them
amazingly
with
well
tools
done.
that the trailblazers in this room already know how to use.
Amazing.
It's Flow, it's Apex, it's Prompt Builder. These are just the things that you already know how to use. So you don't have to go write something new, learn some new technology in order to give Einstein capability. You can use the tools that have been in the platform the whole time. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and add that skill to Einstein.
Microservice additions to.
And now let's go back to our service experience and see if Einstein has finished
working. Thanks
working.
to our good friend, Ross.
So he's still thinking, and let's see if he comes up with an answer here.
There it is.
Boom. Good news. Naya's order is scheduled for delivery and should arrive today. Here is the tracking number. So that is everything that we need. We've given it all of the context. We've given it the skill. And we've used our large language model to reason across these instructions that are coming from this service agent without ever having to write a single line of code or a single decision tree. This really is the power of Einstein Copilot Studio.
It's a mixture of RPA.
I could not be more excited about this opportunity for all of you, especially I think we have a whole bunch of trailblazers in the room right over here. This is a massive opportunity for all of you. This is an entirely new way to build applications, but it's not just our trailblazers in the room. Of course, we have over 20 million trailblazers back at home representing 90 million countries. You are all Einstein as well. We cannot wait for you to get out there and try these new tools. Okay.
Oh, those still really nice.
We're in the home stretch now. We've got one more amazing thing to show you all. We've talked about quite a few revolutions here, a trust revolution, an AI revolution, a data revolution. We've got one more revolution to walk you all through, and that, of course, is the productivity revolution. And there is no one better to talk about the productivity revolution than our CEO of Slack and my friend, Lidiane Jones. Liddy.
That's got to close in, I guess.
Thank you, Patrick. Slack is the productivity platform that brings together people and systems to completely transform the way you work. And today, I couldn't be more excited to be sharing with you some incredible innovation that we're launching to our customers. Salesforce deeply integrated into Slack. a brand new way to track your work with Slack lists, a brand new AI-powered platform to empower every employee in your organization with automation, and of course, some game-changing generative AI capabilities. So who wants to see a demo? Great. Before we get going,
he didn't even wait for them to applaud. Want to see a demo? Great.
Thank you. All right, here at Slack, we are all about customer love, and we've been listening to our customer feedback and are bringing to life a brand new user experience. This is the new Slack, a new interaction model designed to help you focus at scale. And it has accessibility as a core principle of this redesign. So you have here everything that you already love about Slack,
like
all of your channels, but also new ways to work, a very dedicated view for all of your direct messages, an easy way to keep track of everything that requires your attention, like activities, mentions, threads, reactions, and you can very quickly get back to everything that you want to review later. So we're going to start right here in this go-to-market channel. This is a channel where our team collaborates from product, market, design to really get all of our work done towards a product launch that we are going to launch very soon. Now, I've been away from the office a few days, and gosh, there's a lot of amazing information here that I need to catch up on, but it's going to take me a while. How many people can relate to that? I know.
Yeah, I got it.
But, you know, I don't have to worry about that anymore, and you don't have to worry about that anymore, because now with one click of a button, Slack AI will automatically summarize everything that I have.
This is very
I can now very quickly
already
catch up on recent team
I just
activity,
think this
as
is
well
this is
as
a
key
summary of
milestones
everything
and
we've just gone
upcoming
through.
tasks that the team is working towards in this product
We
launch.
that's how we communicate
And
with
because
the
trust
red
is
team.
our number one
That's how we
value,
communicate with
I
our
can
THS.
also quickly
all the
drill
stuff.
down into all of the sources that is
having
informing
that
this
aggregated
response.
summary.
Now, this is
that
pretty
pulled together,
amazing.
that's really cool.
I'm caught up.
Because like,
But what if I have a very specific question?
Like events and things and
Slack
content.
Search is already
Really
one of the most
having that
powerful
right there.
capabilities that we have
And
in
when-
Because
Slack.
it becomes this.
It
like,
unlocks
it becomes
all of
this
your
meta layer.
organizational knowledge in one place.
Don't want to log
All your
into
team's
a sales
conversations,
service
content,
If you
records.
don't have to,
And now with generative AI,
How much
we're
do you
taking
need
it
when you're
even
like,
farther.
find out
I
what
can
you
ask
do.
a question
Yeah,
here about
well,
the
I'm
marketing
like,
strategies that we're going to use for this product launch, and I get a very cohesive response that is collecting information from my entire organization to help me understand what is actually happening very, very quickly. And it's even suggesting a particular content that is going to help me with this
When
particular
Slack was
search.
first
Now, this is the power of
out before it was
cross-functional
acquired, I didn't
collaboration
like it.
right here
And I
in
didn't like
Slack.
it. There was nothing wrong with
This
it.
team
It
is
just
working
didn't appeal
towards
to me
this
because it
launch.
was
So how
developers.
are they
And
actually
it really was
tracking
focused
the
on
work?
developers and conversations
Now,
there.
work
But once,
management and collaboration
as it
are
evolved a
coming
little
together
more,
with
I
Slack
sort of
lists.
thought it was
A
okay. But
brand
once
new
Salesforce,
way to
Salesforce
track
had
your
it,
work
I've
that
become a
puts
constant
collaboration
user.
at the
Never
center
understood how
of what we
Atlassian
do.
didn't become Slack.
Teams can track all kinds of work here, from team priorities, project tracking, customer feedback, and so much more. And I couldn't be more excited to tell you
Because
that
they, you
we're
know,
bringing this
why?
beautiful experience
Because
to
it
our
was
customers
literally
in a pilot later this year.
programming. The company was programming.
Now, you may have
and
noticed
the
another
leadership was
exciting
programming.
icon
And
right
the
here on our sidebar
marketing
called
people
Sales.
didn't exist.
This
They
one
were
is one of my
programmers.
favorites.
Everybody was a programmer at that
Slack
place. I used to talk
Sales
to them a lot,
Elevate
and
is
they would
here.
drive me nuts
A
because they had no
beautiful
knowledge
line of business
actually how to
experience
do
built
anything but
natively
program.
into
And
Slack,
so
deeply
it wouldn't become
integrated to
practical because the human
Salesforce,
brain didn't really
that's
matter a whole
designed
lot.
to boost the productivity of every seller. With Slack Sales Elevate, we are on a mission to help save every
Verant's
seller
going in a
one
totally
day.
different direction anyway, yeah.
And if you can see here, a seller can completely customize this experience. You can see top KPIs, all of the notification that matters to me around my opportunities.
Well,
And if you look at the top
Verant
now,
actually has
we're
gone,
bringing the power
me
of
with one
Sales
thing
Cloud
that
and Slack together to help teams stay
would-
aligned,
I'm
but
a
also
fan of,
quickly
Verant
access
actually has the
all
best
of the core
execution
Salesforce
as far as I
objects
can
right
tell
from
so
in
far.
here. Like
Of bots of
opportunities.
any of the companies.
I
I've
give
seen.
you all of the opportunities from Salesforce that are important to me.
Yeah.
But
Becoming a
sellers not only want to
communications,
view information, they want to
right,
be able to take
platforming
action
a
on all of
communications
this
channel.
data. So with just a couple of clicks, I can update my opportunity. And as you can see here, this is automatically saving to Salesforce in real time. Now I can keep all of my pipeline information up to date, regardless of where I am, because this is a mobile-first experience. Now that is productivity.
It's interesting
It's
to
okay
think
to
about how
clap.
Slack does the overall mobile. Let's be honest, it's not bad, Brad.
But there's more.
Let's
If
be
I
honest.
click on any of these records, I can
that's
see
a really
all of the
cool-
information from Salesforce right from in here. But I
Like something
also
that's like
see
point product,
all of the
native this,
team
you know,
information,
like all these
everyone
apps,
who's
they've
collaborating in this
tablet
experience.
at best.
This
And
is the
then
power of
that's really cool.
Salesforce
Like leveraging
and Slack
that way
coming together
as
like
your
never
mobile,
before.
useful, productive interface to.
But I want to go a
Those are
little
really
bit
kinda
further
cool.
than that.
They're doing it.
Last year, if you recall, we announced a product
And if you
called
add
Canvas.
the
You heard
prompt
David talk about that
concept,
today.
allows you to do voice
Canvas is a
for mobile.
surface for content
It's really neat
curation for
productivity that
teams
it brings all
built
together.
right in here in Slack. And we're taking that even farther. Canvas, we're bringing the power of Canvas and all of the sales-related information to create sales-specific templates to help accelerate the process of sellers. You can see this can be auto-populated very quickly for sellers based on their needs. We're going to look at this one, the customer briefing. Now, let's update to this customer briefing. It's not only a really beautiful framework for content creation. By linking this template to Salesforce opportunities right here, Canvas will bring all of the relevant Salesforce information and use generative AI to bring relevant context from the Slack channel for this account to help me very quickly create the information, including the opportunity data that matters for this customer. This would have taken me hours to put together, and with just a couple of clicks, it is live. Now, this is the future of productivity, and I cannot wait for you to try
I mean,
it.
this
Now,
is
back to
really,
you,
really
Mark.
cool.
All right, how about a great hand for Lidiane Jones?
That's what I'm saying, 'cause like now,
Amazing.
Your sales cloud user, that's for authentication.
Amazing.
No one
Okay.
can use that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we did it.
Well,
We've
it's
shown you
become
our
that
Einstein Work
the
platform, the
collaboration
trusted
platform
AI
they've always
platform for
wanted
customer
to have.
companies. We showed you how
Finally
it's
did it.
intelligent, it's integrated, automated, low code, no code, open.
Shadow
You get the whole Megillah, the whole part of it, everything. We are really excited. But this is just the first hour of the show. We are just at the beginning of Dreamforce, aren't we? And now we are starting 3 days of amazing technology sessions.
Yeah, no, this is the one.
Thousands of programs that we put together for you. And we expect you to go to each and every
Yeah,
single one of them, by the way.
It's got a different
We've
concept
got an
of time
amazing
now.
event tomorrow
The
night. We got
Salesforce is
highlighters.
changing the concept of
But most
time.
of all, we have all you. So
48
thank you.
hours,
Really
48
excited
hours
about
in a
Dreamforce.
day.
Have a great show.
Yeah, well, that was the first thing
All
we
right,
were.
they're done. We're done.
Wow.
I mean,
They did it. It went to 100 minutes. 99 minutes. All right, guys. That was probably helpful too.
all right. Initial thoughts.
Rebecca?
Feedback. Let's hear it.
Well, the production value is just great. But I think that the bridge between we contribute to our communities, we're trusted members of our communities
Yep.
was a really nice segue into the trust message.
I think so too. I think one of the things that they've been doing better than ever that the AI obviously enables is the integration side of it. I mean, integration is an afterthought finally, right? I mean, this is pretty cool what they're doing with what we saw with Slack, what we're seeing with Copilot for marketers. Still a little too B2C.
They're going there though.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going there.
I'm delighted too to see them doing what they're doing with Slack. I mean, really,
Me
there
too.
is so much
The
potential
UI.
value there for customers
Remember-
beyond the CRM space, beyond personal productivity.
What was it, a year ago with Slack Digital Headquarters? Was that it? Yeah, that was the actual best announcement of that conference, but it was very underplayed. This time it's right up front.
Well, what was the other big announcement? Man, it wasn't glue. It was, what was that term? they
Oh,
used?
yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was related to Einstein. though.
Yeah. It was
Genie.
Genie. Not a peep of that.
No.
It's like,
Oh, because Genie goes away with the prompt.
You know what else goes away?
Einstein one.
CDPs go away as CDPs.
Yeah.
Meaning,
sure.
yeah,
as a
CDPs are no longer
No, you don't
standalone
need it.
anything.
It becomes irrelevant.
It's just part of data cloud now.
Everything's look. Everything. There's no like. Everything's in transit. Everything's that, and it's all valuable, right? You don't need to worry about the state of data like you used to, and which is and the trust layer helps with that. Masking and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would say, the other thing too that's interesting is the tone of this Dreamforce, right? We've had years and years of Dreamforce where it has been a lot of entertainment value. This was really a different tone.
Back to business
there was a lot of energy in the room, but this was about a trusted partner that is explaining to you how the technology works so that you can feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, it was instead of your and look, I love entertainment at these things, I actually do, but instead of whooping up the audience, this was, look, we're your friend and we're here to help. I mean, it was like, it's sort of that type of thing where it's just part of we have a relationship.
Explaining it, and Parker for that.
No, it's definitely, look, there's a little bit of hand holding because I think this is a bit of sea change when it comes to how we're actually going to interact with our application, like for everybody, not just Salesforce, like pretty much everybody's got to deal with this, right? So I think it is like don't freak out, like we got you. We are the trusted advisor. I mean, but it is a little like it's a little all business, right?
Right.
Like I think like in the middle of the Foo Fighters concert, Dave Grohl's going to demo some of this. Like, hold on, we're not doing monkey wrench. I'll show you how.
No, I think it's kind of like you said, Back to the Future, and maybe that was because of what happened at the early part of the year, where there was a lot of brushback when they had to announce.
No, absolutely, it's got to be back to business. Yeah, like they're saying, like, look, if we're doing this because we're getting serious about the business, we're going to be leaner, we're going to be meaner. Then the Dreamforce keynote has to be that. It can't be a lot of fluff. It can't be.
But it also has to avoid what happened then, which was a lot of distrust got created at that time.
Yeah, and obviously that's the
whole idea. And I think he was, Mark might have been caught off a little flat-footed on some of this stuff.
Yeah,
and the blowback
was
remember
pretty
the feedback
powerful
that came out of that call.
Oh, that the call when he's like,
it was horrible.
Kind of like
it was a disaster.
Like news or something like that. Yeah. It was like a really, really tone deaf kind of start.
It was,
but I think the blowback might have set the tone for this whole year.
I agree with you.
It's a bit like I mean, it's coming off.
Look, I think from our standpoint, all of us, we've always known that ultimately the job of the business, or not the job of the business, the nature of the business requires it to be, in order to succeed, to be a trusted advisor. And that means not necessarily just sell products, but it means actually the people who are interested in you or who run across you, even if they're not buying products, need to believe in you in some way. Yeah. And I think given the blowback, and to your point, Brent, given the blowback and given everything else, this literally set a tone of, not only can you trust us as a company, but you can trust the technology. We've actually built trust and a way to establish trust into an area which people are afraid of distrusting, right? Which is the generative AI side.
And, enterprise software is the primary reason people buy software is because the vendor, or why they select a vendor, right? They understood my problem, and I trusted that they could help me be successful.
Exactly right.
And old IBM thing, you don't get fired by.
But I think it's even more with that trust and the trusted advisor is, we're seeing generative AI absolutely take the commodification of CRM to another level, where it's all the same thing. It's prompt this, prompt that. So as this becomes even more watered down, Salesforce has to say, we've got solutions and really cool stuff that take that to the next level. It's not just fast and easy. It's strategic and value driving. And that's what they need. That's what they're trying to implement, because anybody can say, yeah, we're throwing prompts into this and we're integrating with LLMs and then go figure it out. But with Salesforce, we're taking you to the next level together. We're doing this. We're going to drive value. We're actually going to put context and meaning to all this, not just throw you to the wolves of like, here's some prompts.
Well,
have
it's
fun,
almost
right?
Like, when they
need to do that.
When they first came out, they had to build trust in getting people, telling people, all right, you can trust us with your data in this cloud.
In the cloud, thing. Yeah, exactly.
So you don't know a lot about it, but we will help.
They did a fairly good job of that.
Yeah, so it's almost sort of like saying we did it with the initial stages of SaaS.
It's analogous. Yeah.
Now this might be an even bigger leap of faith and we're here. We're going to help you get through that.
And they literally were able to explain how they're here. Not just that we are, but how they are. And literally with detail.
Meaty.
Yeah.
It was really meaty.
Tons of meat. And but exceptionally well presented.
It's really a critical time too, because if you think about for all of the customers that are not yet on Lightning,
well,
decisions need to be made.
But this can be their solution.
This can be
they don't
their
even have to deal with Lightning. It's like we're just going.
Well,
we're going
they also did something. I mean, you remember? I mean, I hate to bring this up again, but well, I don't really. Years ago, when the SAP acquired SuccessFactors, they acquired it to obviously not just because of the HR. They wanted to get into the cloud. And then, if you remember, at the very famous Sapphire, where Lars, who was the head CEO of SuccessFactors, came out and said, on-premise is dead. The cloud's the only way, and he was telling 30,000 on-premise customers that.
Yeah.
And it freaked out. It's scary. SAP told me directly it took them 2.5 years to regain the trust of those people. What Salesforce did here was say, look, this is a time where things are going to dramatically change, but here's what we can do with you to make sure that this is not uncomfortable. We're not abandoning you when this happens. We're here. We will work with you. And here's how we can work with you.
And the subliminal of, like everybody's pointed out, Parker having a bigger role in this. It's like going back to the future, Mark and Parker.
Yeah.
And then incorporating some of the newer voices, but the foundational platforms were Mark and Parker. Kicked all that stuff off.
And then now that segues into the event itself, which is, again, this was probably, as far as the production of the event, the most brilliant event I've seen the whole year, without any question.
Alan makes a point here. The explanation of RAG will be used by a lot of vendors.
Well, yeah.
I don't even know if they actually use that.
They didn't.
The acronym, but yeah, I think he's right about it.
And Michael Wu was the first to tell us about that.
Wu, I think is still good.
But here's the thing. So look at the event. On the one hand, to all our early point, it started with the benefit we provide to the community, which also is the message to San Francisco as a city. Mm-hmm. But the broader message is, it's how they always used to do this, right? Here is the good we do as a company. That was the first thing they led with every single year, and was the best thing to do.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was it's really fascinating, because it's been this big ongoing discussion with John Reed and others around hybrid events. And John's like the master of all of this. He's a genius. But it was not seen as an easy solution. And in effect, it's not easy, but they actually, if you think about it, their virtual piece was fairly simple. Screen here, great camera work, but overall, they figured out a virtual experience that worked with a live audience in a different way too.
Well, think about when we had Colin Fleming on a couple of weeks ago. What did he say? We're actually focusing our events, our broadcast around events.
Yes.
And so that kind of should have given us a little glimpse into how they're looking at broadcasting. It's through the lens of bringing it to a virtual audience.
Yep.
And in this way, they were able to do that because we're sitting in the Keynote space, but we're not in the Keynote. But I didn't feel like I was lacking or missing anything.
I didn't miss anything.
It felt like it was very much made for a virtual viewing audience.
And because there were 4 of us, we didn't have to wear a mask instead of 50,000.
That might have been the biggest thing. Anyway.
I honestly, it was incredibly good. Okay, so anybody see any, I wish I had seen more of this, or any weak points in the conversation, or things they could have done better, any of that? I honestly didn't see a whole lot of that this time. No, that's the first time probably ever.
It's so different from last week.
Yeah.
When we watched, Inbound. Yeah. Right from the very beginning, we were like, oh.
Well, boy. Yeah, we were jumping all over that one. And look, the other thing with Mark this time too, because Mark's always like, he's a focus. And he had periods over the last couple of years where he was just going, his speeches it's not like Mark's never really bad. He's at least incredibly good at entertaining, and at the same time of getting people to understand his message. But this one was actually the mark that I always found to be the genius, because this is the buy-in kind of conversation where people would hear him and say, I can see myself doing that, or I can see myself in that.
Think about it. The focus of this was trust, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't grandiosity,
Nothing.
or, kind of, larger than life kind of stuff. It was meat and potatoes trust. And it fit, the mood fit the whole presentation with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Every aspect.
All right, folks. So we're shutting it down for the keynote, mainly because we got to find a way over to Salesforce Plus Studios. And I think we're going to end up recording some shows. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. We don't exactly know what the setup is going to be. Maybe we'll do another live. We don't know. Maybe we'll just record. But we will let you know as soon as we know, right?
Amen to that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll either see you in about 2 hours?
Yeah.
About 2 hours, or you'll see it in a few hours.
I like that.
That works.
All right. On behalf of Rebecca Wedeman and Patrick and Martin Schneider, I'm Brent Leary.
I'm Paul Greenberg.
We are the CRM Players, and should we still show Minnie?
Of course.
We are kind of.
And not only that, Minnie's owner is literally the head of AR here.
There's Minnie.
There she is.
We will see you later.